Talk to my brother-in-law.
Easy. Quick.
That's an easy short-term deed.
Ah, roll 20. I need to get to open that.
You need to open the roll 20.
Get
I'm
in
sorry,
the game.
I'm not used to using my MacBook. This thing's a piece of shit.
Is this the same MacBook from before you started college?
Yes, sir. This is the same exact one.
I'm surprised it's working.
This MacBook is from 2013.
Oh, that means
actually we bought it. Yeah, this is a mid 2013 MacBook Pro, the last good MacBook.
That bitch needs to be retired and put out to pasture.
Well, I just paid $300
put down
to repair it because I didn't want to buy a full new laptop. And I still don't want to buy a full new laptop, but I'm going to need one for work.
I would just get an iPad.
No, the reason why the MacBook is needed is because of certain programs that Taylor uses for school.
Yeah, that's
does not work on iPad.
Like
that's bullshit.
the coding software, like Excel doesn't do everything I need it to do.
Mm-hmm. That's just the way it is, man.
And you can't use Zoom and another app and have your video on at the same time.
Stinky.
Yeah, there is some serious shortfalls to the iPad in this digital environment that everybody needs to use. Mm-hmm. Like, they're like, look how cool iPads are. Turns out they're not as cool as you thought. Because they don't...
It's thin. You could break it over your knee.
I love everything else about it, except the fact that the shit with Zoom, Excel, and there's not an R
You
app.
can't use it for school. That's just it. You just can't use it for school. You can try.
No, I use it for... This is for pleasure.
Oh,
this is... I mean, what can I say?
Hello everybody.
Pop over. Oh my god.
It's that time. No, we've been. Happy birthday, Taylor.
Happy birthday.
This is your birthday song. It isn't very long.
Hey.
That's it.
What?
We've done it.
Oh, yeah.
And
hey, like this is your birthday song.
Oh, like a what you say at a song. I thought you were shouting.
No, that's the song.
That's the song.
Alright, I should probably put down Metopia.
Yeah, a little bit. Hello everybody, it's time. It's the Immortal Odyssey time. That's the game that we play on Fridays sometimes when we play Children of the Gods who do things, specifically wrestle, lasso bulls, and also meet with your ex, your problematic ex. Those are things that specifically happens in this game. Wrestling in the mud.
Wait, what?
Fighting a bull.
Who's fighting in the mud?
And then meeting your problematic ex.
Oh, they're having a mud battle? Sweet.
It's not a mud
battle.
They
mud battle.
They are wrestling.
They are recreating an Olympic sport.
Look, as long as it's on pay-per-view, they're gonna be making bank off of this.
They're wrestling. This is wrestling.
Got some hot southern boys versus a city slicker. That sounds like a porn title.
Huh?
What?
I'm talking to myself.
Hey guys! So there were some things that happened last session, and I would love for us to talk about that, whatever that might be.
It could be.
Whatever happened last session. I did link to you guys the session summary. So
if you want to cheat,
you can. But you know that'd be yeah.
I'll start.
Anybody?
Mine's easy. Jay started off
met his problematic ex.
Yeah, with his problematic ex. He's trying to work through that. There was a conflict because Sydney was like, "Hey, bad things are going to happen and you're going to die if you don't give up your horns." And Jay's like, "No, this is my destiny." And then they fought for a little bit, and then Jay was like, "I don't like fighting, and the glass is scary. Don't do it. You don't want to do it. Because you still love me, don't you?" And she's like, "Sad. I do. And I don't want to hurt you, but I have to. And I thought this whole Scion thing would just be fun to do." And then it stopped being fun. Because Amaterasu's awful. So Jay's like, "Cool. We'll just find you a new god." And then she's like, but I have my cool relic that gives me all my powers. And she threw it in the ocean. And I would say she did throw it in the ocean, but a hand flew out of the water and caught it. And that's what happened to me.
My cows got fucked up.
Yeah.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that somebody was fucking up cows, so I got the band together and we went to go
And
deal with it.
Kiva walked in on Wiley very much gun cocked and ready, sitting on a horse.
Is that what you call your
In a
dick?
bathrobe and a wife beater.
No, he had regular clothes on at that point. No, wait.
No.
He never did
No.
put regular clothes on.
You went out in a robe. You specifically said that.
That's why
I
Bar's
completely forgot.
picture is canon.
I think
Bitch, you went
That's
out
what
in
he's
your
thinking.
pajama pants, no shirt, and a robe. And you said that specifically you had your cowboy boots in your pajama pants.
I did
You're
say
comfy. Or at least comfy, but now
that.
he
Just
has
in
to...
my brain, anytime Wiley exists, it's just default clothing.
This is dangerous when Jesse
This is
recalls all
the
the
exception.
details.
Okay, so that's interesting.
It was
Forgot
funny,
about
that's
that.
why I remember.
Wiley just wasn't having anything from Hercules.
He was gatekeeping.
Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
Speaking of gaslighter.
We have all three here. Cause
Speaking of a gaslighter.
when Johnny showed up with his horde of 20 to 50 feral hogs rumbling off in the distance, he tried to counteract Hercules' freaking contest with a staring contest. And Hercules won, but Johnny said no, he didn't. And when and the deciding was that Hercules was like, oh, what are you talking about? And then Kiva punched him.
No, Kiva jackknifed him.
I do a run.
Pretty.
Kiva's about ready to jackknife this motherfucker because
Kiva's dropping him.
while he offered to play a game.
Yeah, he wanted to do some stupid fucking gambling game. We ain't got time for that shit. He hasn't endeared himself to us. I'm gonna knock his dick in the dirt and we're gonna go home.
You're gonna kick his dick in the dirt, just right down.
Kick it off.
Just punted. You go. Pew,
Just kick.
you're gonna fucking bob at it. You're gonna rent a bob at it.
It's time for your 3 o'clock dick kicking.
Yes, ma'am.
That's what he finna say.
No,
Yes,
no, it's fine. He doesn't. He's not into that shit.
Is he?
No,
Okay, good.
No, he's hashtag super straight.
he's
Just-
he's
That's
hashtag.
mask for mask.
No, stop.
Wait, he's mask for mask, Jesse. What are you talking about?
He went to the Straight Alliance parade.
Stop.
Hercules is problematic in our game, so he's not the endearing Disney himbo. He's the problematic himbo. So don't assume, y'all. Don't assume.
He's just a jock if he's problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A good person to be a himbo.
It's just Logan Paul.
He's just a regular jock, so it's not really that great. He's not really that three-dimensional as a character either. So it's very focused.
Yeah, and we don't want him to be.
We don't want him to be.
We won't allow him to be.
We don't need him to be. We don't want him to be. That's totally fine. We have other problematic faves to make multi-dimensional, like Sydney.
Richard just blocks off Taylor's
To
comment.
be fair, I think I'm the only one that wants the Sydney introspection.
Yes.
Maybe if she
You can't hear the things that we've heard and then want that.
Maybe if she apologizes, we won't feel so problematic anyway.
Maybe.
Yeah, because that fixes everything, right?
Well, accountability helps.
Okay, so that's gonna happen eventually, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So we have these 3 things that are happening at once, right? I know that it was briefly mentioned that the bulls are being antsy, but it's more than just that.
Yeah, they're fine.
They've become alpha.
They've been
They have a
mutated.
case of Nemean.
They're bulls on parade.
They've got a bad case of the Nemean gene, which has made them bigger and madder and and ready to party. And by party, I mean destroy.
Yeah.
Isn't that the same thing?
It depends on your perspective. From Johnny's point of view, yes, that means the same thing. From Wiley's point of view, that means, oh no, Roswell is going to be in a bad situation. Does that make sense?
It's all because of my cows.
And it's all because of my cows.
You just say your dad's cows and just, just shove that responsibility.
So
He doesn't take care of them. They're really your pets, kinda.
Oh no.
So we have 3 things that we need to take care of. And I've mentioned this to the players too, as 3 things that we need to kind of do today. Specifically, save the cows, I think.
Okay.
I don't know, because you guys have mentioned wanting to destroy one and then save the other.
Yeah, we only wanted a kick-ass jacket.
Because having 2 like alpha males doesn't work.
But if you have one, then it's okay.
Then it's okay.
And then the other one will become...
That's smart. They would fight if they're...
Yes, they are territorial by nature.
Exactly.
The other one is to have this wonderful WWE match, this ECW match, cage match.
It is recreating an ancient Olympic event.
Mud wrestling.
Mud
I
wrestling.
say mud wrestling, but there is no mud. It's just dirt because we're in Roswell. It's dry
Yeah.
as shit.
It's
So-
never rained.
So it's not
It's
gonna.
just the natural olive oil.
So it is very dusty.
Oh, he sweats the oil.
It's the center
He's
of
like,
the
Ex-
don't
vine.
worry, I
Wait,
got
so
this.
so he sweats extra
It's the
virgin
center of
olive
the
oil.
divine guy.
Mhm. But he
You know
insists
it.
that it's just regular olive oil.
End of the divine. Always
a
smell
virgin,
of
Kiva.
olives.
So we have Kiva and Hercules having it to do, and Jay, who's also encountering another god.
Got separated from the group.
Got separated from the pack. It's okay. We're separating them further because Wiley, Johnny,
Yes, Papa?
the Bulls are back in town.
The bulls are big.
Bulls are back in town.
We're just gonna glaze over what Michael said, huh? We're just gonna accept
We're
that
always,
and move on.
we're always
like
gonna
nothing
glaze
happened.
over.
What, Johnny?
Yes, Papa.
Eating sugar?
No, Papa.
Telling
Look at Bars just tired of these dad jokes.
It's not even a dad joke.
No,
it's
it's not.
just weird.
It's just a weird
It's
meme.
fucking creepy.
It's a weird meme, but I love it. Anyway, the time is more. What I mean to say is that it is imperative that you solve that problem rather than stick around and watch Kiva beat the shit out of Hercules.
Yeah, but it'd be so fun.
No, because if you do not, then the bulls are going to do something, and that will cause more damage. But I mean, you can choose to do that, I suppose. You can choose to wait a second.
I'm not. Wiley trusts her.
We might need to get out of the way of the kicking and punching match.
I had tabbed away from my Zoom and I just heard a noise on Taylor's screen. I thought you cocked a fucking gun.
Oh no, I took the USB
Just
out of my mouse.
Replaced a mouse battery.
But yeah, as
I trust her.
as fun as it might be to watch Kiva complete this jackknife tackle to get Hercules down on the ground, y'all need to take care of the bull situation, which means that for all intents and purposes you will not be in this battle, Hercules versus Kiva. You'll be solving that other problem as the bulls crash through the gates and head out into the desert, ready to cause some problems. Either, I guess you could leave them out in the wild, but that also might eventually cause some issues.
You just need to leave one on Indra's doorstep, and whatever happens, happens.
So how there's only one horse between you two, correct?
Yeah, it's just Hemlock.
Uh,
Unless Jude's watching the other cows. Never mind.
Jude is watching the other cows. So Johnny, you'll have to choose to ride bitch on the horse.
Okay.
but you can choose to do princess style or normal style. I know
Normal
it's,
style.
I just trying to make a joke.
Mike's way.
Wait, are we starting with
Mike's
us?
Get it done Mike's way.
We are going to start with you guys.
Okay, I would like to do something.
What would you like to do?
I would like to use
Cut more
my.
hair off.
He's just like, hang on a second. He pulls out like.
Need a little extra angst for this one.
No, I would like to use a hunter knack, which I've never gotten to use before.
Oh yeah?
It's called Relentless. When you pursue or hunt a target on a massive scale or of great size,
Yeah.
imbue a point of legend rather than spending to invoke your legendary title as a feat of scale. I am pursuing these Nemean bulls, and I would like to make it a feat of scale.
Okay, which means that you're going to be very good. So basically, you're going to be a feat of scale up 1 from these Nemean bulls. So you'll be doubling your successes for the purposes of your tracking.
Mhm.
So let's do some sort of tracking roll here. So it would have to be your best. It would to track something over a long period of time would be a resistance, that resolved sort of row. However, since this is a timed situation, you might want to opt for a power or a finesse.
Also, I would like to use my other hunter knack called Worrying Hound. While pursuing a target, you do not face any increase in difficulty to track down your target, even if they were to take flight. You always have some idea of where your target has gone and gain +1 enhancement to keep up with him and to apply any stunts you may have access to from hunter knacks. When you hunt your quarry, add another +1 enhancement.
Okay.
So I'm really good.
Yes. Can you roll your dice? I need to run to the restroom really quick. I'm sorry.
Yes. You said
Roll. It has to be a power roll and. Yeah, you can use that roll. However, you're not going to enjoy what's going to happen afterwards if you're trying to attract them to you.
Well, it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I'm not necessarily trying to attract them.
That's what you're doing. You're using your presence.
I mean, fair. No, that's fair. Can I use dexterity?
Then yeah, that'd be trying to like use your physical skills to.
Oh, I thought Julian said power. So yep, my bad.
Power. So that would be.
I thought I'm dumb.
So the power.
Power is intellect, might, and presence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't use dexterity.
Dexterity is finesse.
Okay, true. Fuck. I get so I'm gonna
It'll
use
be fine. Just attract them. It'll be fun.
Goes back to
No.
reading this
There's an
right.
Who
art
has to lose?
There's an art here, a lot. So I already get one enhancement to my base roll anyway because my specialty is tracking. And then I get another enhancement because I am using Worrying Hound. So that's 2 enhancements base.
And then whatever successes you get, you're going to double it because you got feet of scale.
Well,
So really, it's just.
fuck?
So really, if you want to maximize your numbers, I
2.
mean,
I've got 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay.
So I got 6.
Okay. Yeah, you could find them, or at least get to them.
Well, they'll find you.
They find
Rather,
you.
yeah, like you find the location in which they are at, the general location, but and you guys can kind of show up right here on that map. If you can see my little buddy right here.
Hang on.
No.
This screen's microscopic.
This is a very a long map.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yes,
It is
I'm here.
Lange.
you're going to go to the bottom of the map right here. You can put where you want to be.
Where?
Okay. At the bottom of the map,
Very bottom.
right there.
Oh, he's in a corridor.
And what was originally going to be something where you're going to find both of them, they have now.
Find you.
They're going to find you because they're attracted to you.
I didn't use presence, I used might.
Hmm. Still, same thing.
Oh, okay.
You loud ass, powerful motherfucker.
Fuck you.
What?
Wait, I didn't get to establish stealth. Can I establish stealth?
What?
Yeah, I can do that.
So
On a horse?
on a horse?
Fuck,
Horse.
you're right.
On a
A
horse?
+2 enhancement on all rolls to establish stealth while in a wilderness area.
On a horse?
On a horse?
I'd say on Nettle you could do that because she floats.
I mean, yeah.
She's a
Hemlock
fucking
is a big
ghost.
girl.
Hemlock-
You're right, Hemlock is a big girl.
Hemlock's just a horse right now. Like, Hemlock is a
It's a
normal
horse.
horse.
Isn't she like a Clydesdale?
Still, she has 3 enhancement. She has 3 dots. So she's still normal?
She is very strong normal. Like, you haven't given her
Okay.
powers yet, have you?
No.
Yeah, so she's just got... She's just got 9 dice of fuck you.
Okay.
Well, yeah, so she's just got a whole bunch of dice of fuck you, but that's
Laurel.
because she's just big. Until you
Okay.
give her powers, then she's just normal.
We're working on that next.
Oh.
So you
I
need...
did- I changed my icon. I mean my character profile. I don't know if it changed. There it is. It works.
It's still the same. I set your tokens up to be special. So, you guys arrive to this sort of canyonous kind of location that's probably like a dip, you know, like sort of like a dip from the ranch. If the ranch is kind of like up here.
Yeah, Rich did.
Yeah, ranch dip. And it's probably lower on the topographical map, if you will.
So you're saying this is some kind of a hidden valley?
Yeah, fuck.
This is Hidden Valley Ranch, huh?
I fucking can't help but knife hand like fuck. So you have, but the problem is that you hear the huffing and puffing of the creatures in question. They are going to be about, I want to say, medium range away from you. So within rifling range, but definitely not within close combat range.
Well,
Okay.
Okay.
I'll let you guys sit on that for a second.
One.
Okay. I'll let you sit on that a second as we go over to Kieber.
Oh damn! This is all happening simultaneously.
Yeah, I can't just like leave you guys hanging.
Fair.
So we're gonna be doing a little jumpy do a bunch. So we need to roll initiative.
Hell yes.
Okay, and remember that initiative is basically a number that I told you guys a while ago.
I have this many.
Incorrect. Kiva goes first.
Kiva always goes first.
Established.
Kiva is gonna go get the first hit, but after this, we're going to establish, initiative. So
I don't have to have the first hit. She just did an anime run.
No. That was established.
Toast
right.
instantly appeared in her mouth.
She was gonna be late.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Nice.
He's got a fucking high initiative. Shit. Trying to remember the formula for this. Boop. Boop.
Okay. So you will.
Ouch.
So you will get the first hit on him.
Okay.
But he will go after. I was trying to see if you were gonna go boom boom.
You're right.
Yeah, to see if you'll go boom boom on him.
He too quick.
Yeah. So you did a grapple, correct?
No, it was just like a kick.
Oh, you drop kicked him.
I just run.
You run and kick. So that would be a close combat roll. Now, because
Does the overwhelming chaos effect still carry over?
I'm letting it carry over for this first round.
Okay.
But once you leave, which is essentially what's happened, it's not gonna.
It's short range.
Yeah, you're in another location, so it's not gonna work. So he'll have to roll to see if he acts on this round. As the lingering chaos, the lingering entropy happens, and I'll give you that. But after that, it's gonna be a 1-to-1 battle. So
got it.
Close combat attack. So you need to meet his defense, which is currently 1. But I will roll my defensive action first.
Cool.
To raise the challenge rating, if you will, to try and raise the challenge rating. So I have to roll 4 dice. Okay. So, and I'm rolling in front of you guys because I'm an honest GM.
Nice. Ooh.
So now you have to meet 6.
6. Okay. How much momentum do we have?
We should have 4 like we normally
4.
do.
I'm not gonna spend it yet because I actually have a momentum like knacks that I could use.
Okay.
So I might need to keep those for later. So
remember, if you fail to hit him, you do gain momentum.
Right. Might in close combat. I'm gonna argue this fits my specialty, which is fighting dirty.
I know you have that. I do know
because
you have
because I rushed in to just take a fucking pot shot at him first.
Okay, yes. So if you do fail this roll, you'll get an extra momentum on top of that. Okay. Because it's your specialty, and I'll show this to you guys one more time. What grants momentum?
Failed specialty. I see.
Failed specialty. So if you're rolling with that specialty, you get an additional momentum on top of the failure one.
Okay. Or an enhancement if I succeed.
Yeah.
Okay. 5. So 6.
6 successes. Hey. You hit him directly, which means that you get to do damage. Is there lethality associated with your?
How lethal are your shoes?
How lethal are your shoes?
They're pretty damn, and I forgot to pull up my relic. So hold on.
If the tag says lethal, I don't think they do, but
I don't think that they are.
I don't
lethal boot.
That would mean that there's like fucking spikes that are actually like there are fucking cleats with actual spikes
at some point.
They are
Sounds
brutal and pushing. I fucking had this pulled up for last time, but I forgot to have it pulled.
It's okay, I have it up too.
Is it in Origin or Hero?
It's in Origin, but Brutal says that it can inflict massive trauma on the target. This weapon reduces the successes necessary for a critical stunt. So you need 4. It
doesn't matter.
You need 4 extra successes to get a critical hit, so you can get the extra hit on him.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of 4, it's 3 when you use your boots.
Got
and
it.
then with the pushing, correct?
Yes.
That means that it's heavy, large, or otherwise well adapted to pushing flows. After dealing stress or an injury condition to an opponent, choose to knock him down prone, which technically, with this success, you're doing anyway.
Hey.
So with this successful hit, you can now knock him down prone, which is an ideal situation if you need to get up and curb stomp him again.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's what she'll do is she'll just she'll
Try.
rush in and just like
Axe kick him to the floor.
I think honestly, like she's just gonna like leap up and kick downwards to try to knock him down. Brutally, is the critical thing. They are bashing, so they're not lethal damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pushing means that he goes to the ground.
He goes to the
He
ground.
could be lethal.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, so that's like what, one damage?
So he gets
Okay.
1 damage.
Which is a bruised.
Which is a bruised for him. Yes.
Okay.
When you start hitting him more, he'll start getting more damage, and it'll start getting harder. The complications will start adding up right now. So
Awesome.
now I have to roll to see if he can do a think in order to be able to act in this turn.
Okay.
Which is I need a difficulty 2 for his I think it's a difficulty 2.
Yeah, it's difficulty 2, and they have to do a stamina plus athletics.
Plus athletics.
Yes.
Really? Stamina and athletics?
Yes.
Okay, well that's a big one for him. That's a big roll for him because he is very strong.
Jacked.
Yeah, he's
Chunky.
he's fucking. What's that song in Madagascar?
He likes
I
to
like
move
them
it,
big.
move it.
I like him.
Yes, he likes to move it. That's right.
Okay, so he has succeeded, so he will be able to act. In this case, I could have sworn it was a different dice pool, but
Hey.
it is what it is.
Yeah, no, it's that.
Okay, so now he's going to
He's not a non-trivial character, because he would have been catatonic.
he would probably not been able to function. Unfortunately, he is a named character. He does have a little skull next to his name.
Yeah.
And a red bar.
And a red bar. So watch out because he's going
The
to.
boss.
So he is going to wrestle you, as in he's going to grapple you. So you may have drop kicked him to the ground, but he likes being on the ground.
Jesus Christ.
He likes being on the bottom.
Like I said, ancient Olympic.
Wrestling is a very ancient Olympic sport. It's very
This would be Olympic if we were nude, and that is not happening.
never.
If you were nude and covered with oil.
Well,
He's one of those things.
it's a thin sheen of
You
of
decide.
sweat that's
You
on
decide.
his body.
Stinky.
Because this we're in June in fucking
Oh, yeah, I was
New-
gonna say, yeah,
June?
it's gotta be hot enough.
it's
He
June
Who's
in New
flipping
Mexico.
pillows?
starts to literally fry very lightly. He starts to get a
Yeah,
nice golden
it's about
brown.
97 degrees.
Even
So
skin
he
is
is
already
going-
lobster red.
So
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna do a round with you right now. So this is gonna be our round. He is going to do a grapple on you,
Okay.
and this is a big hit. This is gonna be big dice. So since this is your first time getting hit, you can roll a defensive action to increase your defense.
Okay.
To increase
So
the
versus a
number.
grapple, it's just defense. We're rolling.
Well, basically, if you look over here, right? So
Yeah.
I'm declaring my target, which is you,
Okay.
and I'm going to hit you with athletics plus might, which you can you can reasonably believe is his higher dice pool.
Yes.
You can declare a defense action and roll the defense action if it's your first time in the turn to be attacked.
Got it.
What that's going to do is then you'll give you, depending on the number of successes, you'll have some defensive stunts available to you. Now you can roll those successes over to increase your defense from 1 to whatever, sort of like how I did, right? Or you can use those defensive stunts to have successful dodges or something like that.
Cool.
You can,
I will
away
roll
from
my
him.
defense. See how it goes. Okay.
So your number is 3 successes. So you can choose to defend which means that you get to add those successes to your defense number, which is 1. So then your defense number is a 4. I have to meet a 4.
Right.
Right? You can dive for cover, which would only spend about 1. It's going to be a difficulty of 1. So in response to a ranged attack, you move up to 1 range band away.
A ranged attack. Okay.
And then roll away means you move away from the attacker 1 range band. So you roll from close to short, but your difficulty is equal to the opponent's composure.
Yeah, what's his composure look like?
Do you want to
more than 3?
away?
I don't. Well, fuck. No, I'm just gonna take it as defense.
Take it as defense.
I'm surprised at how few defensive stunts there are.
There are more defensive stunts depending on knacks and depending on specific purview accessibility. So things like epic stamina might have boons that would give you the opportunity to resist or withstand certain things. For example, Earth gives you like stone skin.
Yeah, I see. I've got one of those, but it's tied to my followers, so I'm not using it during this fight.
Right, because you're trying to be legit about it.
Relatively.
Well, that's fine. It's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and roll that dice.
Yeah. So your meet or beat a 4.
Meet or beat a 4.
Meet to beat.
And let's go ahead and do that.
Oh, you bitch.
Exactly a 4. And since I cannot use any of the grapple stunts, you can see they have 1 success, 4 success, etc., etc. I'm just going to inflict damage to you. So you will take 1 bruised injury, and now you have the tag grappled.
Okay. I check off a bruised, and I'm writing grappled next to it?
Yeah.
Okay. Does that, what does that affect?
So basically, you have to, in order to be able to do anything other than grapple, so right now you guys are grappled, and you can grapple attack him.
Got it.
Right? And you can just kind of punch and grapple at each other. But if you want to break the grapple, you need to have an additional success on top of whatever his defense is.
I see. Is that what that +1 is next to the bruised?
Yeah.
That's to overcome the condition.
That's the overcome. You have 1 extra. You have to do +1 now.
Just
on
generally.
top of whatever your difficulty is, it's +1 now.
Right. Is there a way to remove that condition?
The grappled?
Or, well, I guess technically I would have to remove the bruise to get away from that +1.
You'd have to remove the bruise in order to get rid of that +1. And you can, and there are things like healing that you can heal, but that's out of combat unless you have specific knacks and specific boons that can help heal you in this situation.
Okay. The wording in this knack that I have, when you suffer an injury, does that mean an injured condition?
This is a condition.
When I take damage? You
take damage when you get an injury.
Okay, so it's not when I check off injured. So
no.
I have a judge knack, eye for an eye. When you suffer an injury, spend momentum to inflict the same injury on the target that attacked you.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend 1 momentum from the pool.
That's cool.
We don't have to spend, to get the extra XP, you don't have to spend half in a single roll, do you?
No, it's in a single scene.
Okay. So if I do it again, then then that's an extra XP for it.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I spend a momentum. We're down to 3 to inflict the same injury on the target, which I guess makes sense if we're grappling each other.
Sure, but so now he has another injure. He's been injured again, right? Because you're inflicting the same injury on him.
Right.
So now he's actually taken an extra hit.
Nice.
And it's
target must have attacked you directly. Can't reflect the text. Target is somebody else. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. So basically, what happened was, we'll kind of recap. It's you drop kick him. He takes you down. Maybe in the momentum of you kicking him, he grabs your leg and tries to wrench you down while he's getting knocked prone. And you do some sort of roll or something similar to try and get the upper hand on him to grapple him.
If it was just too heavy, you just stepped on his chest with the other foot.
And you grapple him back. So now you're...
Yeah.
So technically, at this point, you're both prone, you're both grappled, because you're grappling each other.
Mm-hmm.
So now you're in. Yeah, now you're rolling the dirt.
Wrestling.
Now you're really wrestling. It's really great. It's super fun. So that was him, and then
Oh yeah, now I just get my turn.
now you get your turn, and then
That's fine.
and that'll be our round because you
Cool.
got the surprise. So
Awesome.
So what would you like to do if you want to get out of this grapple, which again is his wheelhouse?
Mm-hmm.
You'll have to essentially do the athletics might roll and overcome his defense.
Got it. Yeah, grapple. Got it. You can only use weapons with a grapple tag, so I can't use my boots.
You can only use weapons with the grapple tag. Yeah, you can't grab with boots. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess like if you were like Sun Wukong and you were in monkey form, maybe you can grapple with your feet, but
Right. So that's the detriment of me staying grappled, which
Yes.
sucks. But we are both grappling each other now. Is
it
that
says that whoever initiates the grapple is in control. But since you did the reverse card on him.
Because there is a grapple stunt that is gain control. You maneuver yourself to be in control. The cost is equal to the number of successes your opponent spent establishing the grapple.
Yeah, so you would have to meet. I personally feel, and this is my judgment on how it's
Cool.
playing, is that he grappled you first. He got damaged on you, so he inflicted the grapple condition on you. You reverse card it, and you inflicted the grapple condition on him.
Okay.
And damaged him. So I think you are currently in control.
Got it. Right. Okay. Then since we're just grappling, I'm just going to roll a normal close combat attack without any of the perks that my boots give me. And based on what I get, I'm going to see if I can stunt anything.
Technically, I can defend. I can defend if I choose to. Because
Cool.
that was your first attack was a surprise.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's only two of us. I think that the real like either of us can defend either one's attacks. I think it's when it's like there are 2 on 1, and if you defend against one, you can't defend against the other.
Makes sense.
Sort of thing.
Yeah. No.
I think we can just keep fucking defending back and forth.
That'll make this last a little bit longer, but yes.
Hey. Do you want to defend first, or are you defending?
I have to defend first if I choose to defend because I need to give you my roll. So
Yes.
he has a defense of 3. This is helping me. I promise you, this is actually helping me a lot.
Learning.
It's interesting. It's a very bizarre system for it, but it's cool.
So now you have to meet a 3.
3. Okay. I still feel like this sits in the wheelhouse of fighting dirty. Because we're just kind of tearing at each other. This is like
this is
I'm gonna
nasty.
just grab his hair. Yeah.
This is nasty. I mean, you can say I'm going to attack him by grabbing his hair and then.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty fucking good.
Mush his
too.
face into the dirt.
It's gonna depend on how many successes I get, the flavor of all of it.
Yeah,
but,
sure. I mean, if you get more successes than we anticipate, then.
Okay. Because I'm eyeing one particular stunt that I like.
I'm just
Fuck.
imagining Baby in the side lanes, just like watching.
Yeah.
Stabbing
Baby's
the ground.
learning.
Even with
Baby's
my enhancement,
learning,
that's a fail.
So that is a failure, but that means that you get 2 momentum towards the dice pool.
Yeah.
We're up to 5.
Yeah, so we're up to 5. Remind you, it's the max number that you can have is double the amount of players, including me.
8. 10.
So 10 is our max.
Keep the economy moving.
Yes, yeah. So once it starts getting up close to the high, you should probably just knock it back down.
Nice.
So you fail. You try and grab at his hair, maybe to try and give him a treat, if you will. I kind of imagine there may be something laying around, some bombs on the ground that may or may not be something that you can shove his face into. But he is on you, or at least he knows what you're trying to do. So while you are on him in control of the grapple, he has managed to resist because his neck is just too thick.
Of course.
He's just too thick of a neck.
Dummy thick.
He's dummy thick, and he's also super sick in the head.
He's got COVID.
I was gonna say it's COVID.
Julian.
Oh, wait, what?
I
I was making a birthright.
Oh, you're building your birthright still?
Yeah.
Do you want me to go back to you in a second?
Sure.
Okay.
It's gonna take me a while.
All right, Taylor.
Hey.
Var.
Look.
Let me actually put some music
Woo.
here.
Woo.
Oh, God, why is it
Chair's sliding
so small?
weirdly.
There we
There might
go.
be something in the
Does
wheel.
it have wheels?
Yeah, I think there might be something in the wheel.
Is
There's
this
something
is
we-
this too loud?
We
No.
can control our own volume
Yeah.
for ourselves.
Why is
I think
my
it's
fucking
good.
character sheet messed up?
So I tried to make battle setups and stuff like that, so I'm ready to go. So you
Nice.
guys are in a different kind of situation. We have two creatures.
Yeah.
We have two creatures that are about ready to cause some drama for your lives. We need to roll initiative. Again, this is just to sort of see where everybody falls in the initiative tracker.
Oh.
And I'm going to roll twice for each bull.
Each good baby.
Each good baby. So here's my first roll, and for some reason,
Ooh.
that's 1, and that's 2.
Okay.
So I got 5 successes and 4 successes. These guys are ready to fucking go.
Or
4 successes.
How do I roll momentum? I mean,
You add an extra. So if you choose to use the momentum, you have to say it before you roll.
I mean, just roll initiative.
Oh,
Sorry.
so your initiative is going to be a dice number that I've mentioned before is going to be your best combat related skill plus your cunning.
Yeah. Shit.
and max.
Yeah, so far it's going to be a bull. So it's going to be
Well, you're last.
It's gonna be no, it's not. It's gonna be an enemy, a PC, an enemy, a PC. So it's gonna be back and forth.
Hey, I'm
Okay.
last.
No, you don't have to be last.
You don't have to be.
You don't have to be
Oh,
last.
yeah.
Remember, it's a slot. You guys are rolling for slots, and you can choose who goes when in each round. Okay.
Well,
I called this one Red Bull and this one Blue Bull. One
Well,
of those gives you wings.
I wonder which one.
The other one's real good at helping you chop down trees.
Oh, Bunyan Bull.
It's better to say Blue Bull than Blue Balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
so now
Say
so we-
Blue Rocky Mountain oysters.
Yeah. So PC goes first. It can be Var. It could be Taylor. It's just up to you on how you want to do this. You do know where both.
I go first because I have to do a lot of prep to be ready to
I
fight.
also have to do prep, so either one of us.
So you both. Because of your successful tracking roll, you know exactly where they are. You know one is directly north of you. You know one is directly northeast of you.
Can we get a surprise round?
Mm-mm.
Why?
They're coming toward you.
Coming towards us. They're the one coming at
Balls.
us.
Hey, I
Big
tried.
balls.
I tried.
Tried so hard.
No stealth, dude.
Didn't even matter.
I mean, I've got to do
Can I?
2 different things, so.
You got to pick one, or pick what you're gonna do.
I was just talking about who goes first.
I would like to go first.
Okay, Var goes first.
It's basically gonna hop off of the horse, get that earth purview going, and do stone skin.
Okay, so that is your action. You're going to cast Stone Skin, which is going to give you how much defense and how much hard? How much soft and how much hard?
Blah, blah, blah.
How hard are you?
I just read it. It just gives me a +3 to my soft
armor. Okay, so that means that you have automatically a +3 to your defense.
Yes.
So instead of a 1, I need a 4 to hit you. Cool?
instead of I have a defense of 4.
No, so that's your defense roll.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Everybody's defense is 1. That's what I figured out. Everyone's defense is 1. That defense roll is what you roll to add to your defense.
I got it.
Got it?
Let me see if I can do an action.
If stone skin is an action, then no.
Let me find it again.
I can pull it up too.
It is reflexive.
So is it reflexive as in like skin like?
It just
stone?
says it's reflexive.
So do you do it in response to
You
being
have
attacked?
to do it in response of being attacked.
Cool. I'll do that later.
Okay, cool.
Hey guys.
So
So I'm just gonna say sting and get my whip going.
Sting is out. The fire is burning, and
The horde of children encroach.
like
They're about to get stomped on.
no, they're gonna cause problems for the creatures in general. So
Johnny's gonna turn to Wiley and ask, Pickable, which one do you want to keep?
Are they the same?
yeah, they are the same. They're both Nemean. They both have the same stat.
In theory, what do you think is better skin to make a leather jacket out of? If we're going that route.
Right. The right's technically closer to an exit.
Okay.
Well, no, left is. Fuck.
I thought you said white. Like, pick the white bull. I want a white leather jacket.
Ew, no,
Oh,
Red
give it
Bull. Red Bull. Do Red Bull.
Okay.
Give it wings. Let's send it to heaven.
So Johnny's gonna gesture off to the blue one, and the children are gonna go surround that bull to make it an enclosure.
Okay, so you're gonna try and prevent the blue bull from
moving.
moving. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of the kids are capable of physical and social?
Yes.
I think distracting it and keeping it distracted is a social role, as opposed to a physical one. I guess
Yeah,
theoretically,
we just want to keep it in place.
theoretically they could physically keep it in place.
Dogpile.
But you, like literally dogpiling on this creature. However, I think a social role is better. So it's going to be social plus your leadership skill or the dice value of the Lost Boys.
I think my leadership is better than their dice value.
Okay, so
So social.
okay, so that's going to be
I'm thinking would manipulation work because you're trying to manipulate the bull into like. It's okay.
You have a big red cape.
I think
Sure,
I
one of
could
the
see
kids.
Johnny doing that. Oh
I
my
think
God.
manipulation is fine. What's the other one that we have here? We have manipulation. We have
Presence and
composure
composure.
and presence. I would argue that composure is also a very good role, but I know you have a better manipulation, so I'm gonna let you have it. The role will be difficult though because
But only useful for that.
we're gonna see if it'll actually defend itself, if you will. Okay, so
Yes.
it's an animal, so it's going to be a lower dice pool versus your roll. So that'll be the thing.
Can I? I don't know if I can spin it with inspiration. Like, having my specialty in leadership be inspiration.
No, this is they're not the ones that are capable of leadership. It's just their dice pool is formed by.
Unless they're taking over a small country.
Well, ambitions are high when you reach demigodhood, so we'll get to that when we get to that.
It'll be fine.
So, roll your dice.
1.
Okay, so that's versus its desperation pool. So it's going to be a 5d10. No.
Well, there's gonna be a bunch of kids in the way then.
Yes, but that just means that it's going to act on its turn and not skip its turn. Essentially.
That's basically what I'm gonna keep the kids doing.
Trying to distract it. Well, they're ghosts, so they're gonna blow right through it.
Oh well.
So these creatures are going to try and come at you guys by going through. And this one is not going to make it as far because it is distracted by children. So you'll have one that is kind of... actually, I'll leave this one here because it's not its turn yet. This one's going to come right towards you guys, and it's going to go for the one that it feels is at fault for keeping it from protecting its territory. So, Wiley, it's going to attack you.
I mean, wouldn't a bull just attack a coyote?
That is true.
Yeah.
And it's going to attempt to gore you.
Nice.
Or rather,
Love that.
Or rather, gore your horse or gore you while you're on your horse. There's going to be a complication because you're on the horse, essentially.
There's gonna be a stabbing.
But the dice pool is a high pool. I will say that.
Yeah, I said I jumped off.
It is a high pool. Would you like to roll your defense to raise my difficulty?
Yeah. Wait, will I still get an action this turn?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So you have to roll your defense roll.
Okay, I've got this. I know, I have this written down.
It's going to be the highest of your resilience.
Why am I correct? It's the highest of my resilience.
Yeah.
So 5d10.
5d10, that's correct.
Is it 8 exclamation mark?
Yes.
Yes.
No successes.
Hi, Lily.
It still has a complication, but this is going to be probably painful for you.
Does that go into momentum? A defense fail?
I'll call it that. Why
Cool.
not? Why not? It is a failure.
6.
6 in your... So now we have 6 points in the momentum pool, and now I'm going to roll for me.
Being gored sounds like you're gonna get...
I will
lethal
call it... I
damage.
will say that I have a complication of, let's say, 2. So I'll need to meet 1, because that's your defense currently, unless you have armor that I don't know of. And the complication of 2, because you're on your horse. Or make it 3. I'm being nice. Your horse has 3 dots.
Or
Yeah.
kill the horse.
I'm not going to kill the horse.
It comes back as long ear.
It comes back as long ear. That would be funny.
That's her ascension tail.
3 complication, because it's aiming for you, but the horse is in the way. If I beat the complication, then I'm hitting you. That's 3 successes. Not enough. I'm hitting your horse. And your horse, if I remember correctly, has some health as well. That would be under the hero book.
Shit.
It has health. It does not have a lot of health, but it does have health.
It has some health.
Uh-huh.
I didn't even know that she had health, honestly.
She's a creature. She should have health, theoretically. And let me just open...
Is it by species?
No, it's by your dot value, essentially.
Okay.
Like, it's based off... Basically, your dot value is determining whether or not it's strong or particular, or, you know, has a lot of dice. It's under the birthright section. It should say how much health your creature could theoretically have. It tells me what their dice pool is, so I'm assuming that yeah, I'm assuming that the dot value is their health. So I'm gonna give it 1. So it takes...
That works.
Yeah, it'll take 1 out of the 3. That does make sense, because if it's a 1-dot creature, that's just like a little tiny cat or a bird.
Mhm.
Makes sense that they would go... yeah, make those noises
Yeah.
too. So, your horse, Long Ears, takes a point of damage as it tries to go for you, but it cannot reach you, because your horse is big and it's doing the thing. You know that thing? The neigh? The neigh? I need another PC, so that means it's your turn, Wiley.
Hey, what's up?
What's
I'd
your
like to hop off my horse and slap her ass and send her on the way.
Okay. We can assume that happens.
Then... Okay, I'd like to do a mixed action here.
Mixed action, okay.
First of all, remind me,
Go fucking
Does it
climb up on the
cost-
ridge.
That's what I'm doing. Does it cost to climb up on the ridge when I have epic dexterity, so it's like nothing?
What does epic dexterity's innate purview say?
So long as you continue to move towards a destination, you walk, run, or leap with effortless grace. Any surface is solid or liquid. Hold your weight as if you weighed no more than a feather, and you may effortlessly scale or descend vertical surfaces without a need for a handhold. I can walk up the wall.
You can walk up the wall. I'm not having you roll to walk up the wall. I'm having you roll to try and escape the range in which, you know, this creature is right in front of you, essentially. Is within close combat. It's kind of like a disengage.
Okay. What do I need to roll for that?
Well, you're saying, you said mixed action, so are you going to climb up and shoot at it at the same time? Or are you going to climb up and then wait till your next turn to shoot at it?
I've got to establish something before I shoot. I was gonna use predatory focus, which is I've got to imbue one legend. I've got to announce the target I'm focusing on. As long as you attack only that target, gain enhancement 1 to all attack rolls. If they're of equal or higher tier, their attempts to hide. If it's lower than me, I can know where it is at all times.
Okay.
But if it's a higher level than me, it prompts a clash of wills for me to be able to find it.
Okay.
And if I take an action that's not a direct action against a direct attack against the target, the boon immediately ends.
Okay.
It is reflexive, so I'm assuming I can use it in response to me trying to attack.
Sure, but you have to attack it. So
yes. So
I think
mixed action, shooting while I'm walking up the wall.
Shooting while you're walking up the wall. So mixed action is when you're doing two things at once, such as climbing up a really big ice golem while trying to stab it, or maybe.
And then I roll the lower dice pool of the two. Right?
Mixed actions use the lower of the two involved dice pools, and you split the successes between the two actions. So because you do not require any, it is not difficult for you to climb up, but you are still shooting at the creature at the same time. So it's the dexterity and athletics versus ranged plus dexterity, which is the lower of the dice pools.
You said athletics and what? I'm sorry. Dexterity.
Dex and athletics.
Okay, that's 8. And then
ranged firearms plus probably dex.
Dexterity. It's gonna be 8 then.
Okay, so you just roll 8 dice, and we're gonna have to, and I'm gonna have to roll a defense on this thing because I don't want it to actually.
And I get a +1 enhancement to attack. I have 2 +1 enhancements.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna roll a defense.
I have two enhancements because of Worrying Hound, and then my specialty is running because he's running.
Don't fail.
Don't fail.
Oh no.
Oh.
And it's doubled.
Because it's a feat of scale.
Because it's a feat of scale.
So
you're not
would it
tracking
be-
it anymore, though.
Okay, fair.
You're not tracking it anymore. You already have it, so you don't have the feat of
Fair.
scale to track it. It doesn't matter.
Fair. I did think this was going to take longer to track them. So
The
So
problem.
Ignore
that's
the
7
double.
successes.
that's still 7 successes.
That's still 7 successes, which means that you got 6 threshold successes.
That's
You got 6
Several.
threshold successes. So let's go back over to our close combat section over here. And you see this ranged bit right over here, those stunts?
yeah.
With 6 threshold successes, you can purchase any of these stunts under the ranged attack. I would recommend doing
I
a
have a
critical
thing
hit.
for this. Yes, I have a thing for this.
I would recommend doing a critical hit because that's going to tick it down an extra box.
Can you buy multiple stunts?
Yes, you can if you have enough successes.
When showing off with a ranged weapon, convert any additional difficulty and blah 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 blah. No, that's not the right one. Never mind.
You shoot their horns
I
off.
should have. I needed to say I was using this prior to me shooting as well.
Yeah, so not gonna happen.
Not gonna use trick shot, but
Next
that's
time.
fine.
This would have been a
would
great
like
trick
to
shot
do-
moment, though.
Yes. Ooh. How much does pin cost? How much do these cost?
You should see a little parentheses, right? So
Yeah.
see how so it says pin
Oh.
is variable. it applies a complication 2 on the character's next attack. So you're basically doing covering fire.
Yes.
That's what pin would be.
So how many would you make that?
It's variable, so it means
Depends on how many successes you want to commit
So
to.
it's like
Okay.
it looks like it's naturally 2, and then a character can spend additional successes on the stunt to increase the complication.
So let's say hypothetically you choose critical hit that spends 4 of your 6 successes, right?
Right.
So it'll get an additional damage, and then you're going to provide covering fire, which is going to give it with the remaining successes, and that would be 2 extra
Oh.
successes that you spend on pin, which would make it a complication 4 that it has to buy off in order to be able to attack.
Sounds good to me. I'll roll with those two.
Okay, so Red Bull is going to get 2 damage.
You shot and you didn't miss.
Do you want to describe how?
Do you need my tags?
Do you want to describe how? I'm assuming you have lethal.
Not on my gun.
Not on your gun? Well,
Non-lethal
No,
gun?
I do. Just kidding. I lied. I do.
Non-lethal damage with the gun, guys.
Oh, it's piercing as well. Reduce a target's hard armor value by 1 or soft armor value by 2.
okay.
You just put down this.
Did I just put down this bowl?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like, would you like to describe how you do it?
No. That is going to be. So it takes 2 injury conditions, but you've armor pierced it, so it negates 2 soft, 1 hard.
One hard or 2.
Which
So-
one?
How hard do you think these bowls are?
Soft.
2
Two
soft? Okay. Then. Then we have. Actually, no damage. Okay.
Hmm?
You describe how you climb up the cliff
Excuse me?
and provide such awesome cover fire.
Woo.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Can we switch to the other?
I did no damage?
Hard armor, I guess.
It has hard armor and soft armor. I just wanted to know which one you were going to negate.
Oh no.
Oh,
Does that negate it forever or just for that attack?
It negates it. Or it, like basically the attack will negate any armor that's already there. So
No,
basically,
Or is it?
I didn't think those would have that much hard armor, but alright.
well,
So wait, well,
Yes,
hold
that's
on
a
then.
fault on
so
my part.
so it doesn't.
So it's clearly got more than 2 soft
That's fine.
and at least 1 hard.
So the soft.
Because you were gonna deal 2 and didn't deal
Wait. I understood it as it's negated for and like as just through the rest of the battle.
No,
Did
for
you
your
mean?
shot.
Does it mean?
When you
Oh.
shoot with that weapon, it negates the
stupid.
armor.
Wait, can I change my answer then? Because I misunderstood it.
Okay, sure. So whenever
Thank
you
you.
use your weapon, it negates the armor.
See now.
Because let's say if Johnny was to hit it, Johnny has to beat the armor.
I see
So
now.
so even with 6 successes and ignoring 2 of those armors, he still does 0 damage.
That's what it would be because he chose to negate the soft armor.
But if I negate the hard,
If you negate the hard armor, that'd be different. Because remember,
hard
so
armor is a
soft
lot
armor,
better.
so soft armor increases the defense of the creature.
Okay.
Okay.
and then hard increases the threshold.
Hard is an extra injury slot.
Okay.
It's like
So-
basically a hidden injury. It's a hidden damage tick.
So now I
So
understand.
if you negate the hard armor, then it's hitting its actual health.
Okay, I would like to do hard armor then if you would be so generous.
Does that make
Okay.
sense, Michael?
Yeah, I've never like actually really used the gun.
Right? So hard armor normally what it does is it gives you an additional tick. Basically,
Mhm.
that armor will take damage first before you actually take the damage. But with the negation of the hard armor, those 2 ticks don't matter. It just goes straight to the health.
Okay, so this thing must have at least 2 hard armor.
There you go.
Okay, that makes more sense.
I get it now.
That's where we're at. So there is a balance, right? If you negate the soft armor, then you can increase your threshold successes because that just increases your number that you need to meet. So if it has 2 soft, normally its defense is 1, it meets 3.
Yeah, I see now
Okay.
the error in my ways.
And I know things now.
So you're negating the soft armor there. Or sorry, you're negating the hard armor.
Yes.
So-
now that I thought I understood. But I
Yeah,
didn't.
so now you can't pin it up to 4 complication. You can pin it up to 1 complication, 2
That's
complication, but that's fine too. Trying to math it out right. It's still complicated for me, but we're getting it.
Yeah.
So
how if you didn't have something that negated hard armor in this circumstance, how could you even damage it? How could anybody? Because we only naturally do 1 damage, right?
the hard armor lasts. It is like a hidden. It's a hidden 1, but once it's ticked, it's ticked.
Okay. So if he had not negated the hard armor, he would have taken out its hard armor for the future.
Yes.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yes. So it's a temporary hit point. Once it's
But
filled,
the soft armor always exists.
the soft armor exists always.
Okay.
But the hard armor, once it's filled, it stays filled.
Got it. That makes a lot more sense.
Just like
there are also
it's like an
knacks
energy
that'll-
shield.
Yeah, there are also knacks that will shatter that stuff immediately.
Got it.
Yeah.
That makes
That's
more
something
sense.
Kiva should
that it's
get. That sounds
finite.
badass.
I know.
Yes. So it has the hard armor. It stays until the end of the scene, and then it'll refresh itself however it needs to refresh itself.
After a long rest.
Yeah, or something like that. Okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
Description.
Cool. So tell me how you do it.
Wiley has probably abandoned the robe temporarily. So this man looks buck ass. He's not buck ass naked. But he
He's
looks fucking
practically
wild.
there.
He's practically buck ass naked.
I really wish he was wearing flip-flops, but that's neither here
Nah,
nor there.
he-
Walks out.
Listen, every time my dad goes out of the house in the middle of the night or anything, he puts on his boots. Don't know why.
You know,
but-
he doesn't want to step into anything awful and lose his
He doesn't want to get
flip-flop.
fucking bit by a copperhead.
And done die. Wiley
that
will kind
hard.
of hop off Hemlock and mumble an apology to her, and then tell her to just go, but not too far. And he will just. He's got a little bit of a sense of urgency, like you can tell he's a little bit stressed about it,
Mhm.
but he does kind of take his time, just kind of like looking at the bull. It's a good speed walk, but he's watching the bull the whole time as he loads his gun and climbs up the wall and onto the ridge. Not
And to
looking
not make
away
it
from
charge.
Yeah, just being careful. And then he'll get on the ridge. He'll kneel down, look through his scope just to be safe.
I don't think it's careful that you're doing this, to be fair, though, because you are technically also, because you shot it so well as you've been running up that you've done a critical damage and you're doing pin, which means
Fair.
that you're firing a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's slow, but we're doing it.
You're like,
So-
that's kind of,
See, it's not a shotgun though.
it's a rifle,
Oh.
I know.
It's a rifle.
That's why
Oh
I'm
fuck!
doing-
I don't know how guns work,
You gotta
Jesse.
pull back.
I don't know how guns work. I'm gay.
You're yeehaw gay, though, so.
Never touched a gun. So he's just walking and firing and walking and firing, just not a fast pace, just slowly, just the clomp of his boots up the side of the ridge.
Literally just no clipping up your way up.
Skyrim horse mechanics.
It's the Mako in Mass Effect. They're fixing that too for the remaster, by the way.
That's so dumb.
I
fix
might
it.
try
It's
to play
perfect the way
fucking
it
Mass
is.
Effect 1 now. I got like 4 minutes into Mass Effect 1. I'm like, this game fucking blows.
No,
I'm just
the
gonna go play
remaster-
2 again.
Yeah, the remaster is going to have improved Mako vehicle mechanics.
It's improved.
You know,
in that
I
it's a
don't think it's
cutscene
improved.
now.
I don't think that's improved.
It basically drives like a boat on helium. Like it's got like the wheels are helium, and it just kind of bounces really weirdly. It's a weird vehicle.
That's very strange.
It's very strange. Like so we had a PC. Sorry, we had the bull. We had a PC. We had a bull, and now
it's Kiva.
No, the second bull has not gone.
The second bull has not
gone.
gone.
Yeah.
Which means that it's only going to go this far because the children are bothering it. So you still have some time to prepare for when that bull arrives. Kiva.
Hooray.
So now it's your turn. So we have another round of...
Okay.
Hercules, yes. Hercules.
The grapple is still happening.
The grapple is still happening for sure. He's going first.
Yes.
He's first. So he's not in control though. So he has to try and gain control, which is a variable successes because it's based off whether or not of the amount of successes that you got to grapple him, but you didn't. You used basically his grapple to do it. So his grapple was 4 successes. So he has to meet your defense.
I mean, you could also argue that the controlling roll was the failed fucking attack from my last turn, which would be a 1.
True. Then let's just break the control. Let's just break it, and we're just going to he's going to try and get on his hands and knees like the slut he is, and he's going to what? He's going to attempt to hit you again. This time, try and get you down at the back of the neck, kind of punch down, donkey punch you. That's what it's called.
Lovely. Is this still during grapple, or is he breaking it?
He's breaking it.
Okay.
He does not. You don't need to. You can, if you're in control.
He's the one who's in control. He requires no successes.
He requires no successes to let go. So he's just gonna let go, draw back enough so that way he can kind of get you in the back of the head. And he's going to be rolling his high dice pool. Would you like to roll defense?
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
Yes, I have to do that myself. Fuck.
He still has
no.
He still has to roll a 2 because
momentum goes up.
The momentum does go up. He still has to roll a 2 because he is also injured.
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
So he has to also do the thing. So let's go that. Just 1 inflict damage on the back of your head.
Got it. Cool.
As he dizzies you again, so you take another bruised.
Got it. And I am going to spend a momentum that I just got to inflict another injury back to him.
Jeez, yeah. Now he's dizzy.
I don't think there's a limit to how many times I can do that.
As long as there's momentum to spend.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
I guess so, yeah. So he like slams the back of my head, and I think
you kick.
I guess
I've got to. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking like.
It depends, right? Because the flavor it's magical in nature, so it could be just the sheer power of your judgment is making him feel the exact same pain that you're experiencing. It kind of depends on your flavor, but if you want it to literally be, I'm just gonna punch you right back, bitch.
I think I'm just gonna hit him right back. So like, I think the way that it is, if she's like face down, he's just kind of like hammer fist in the back of the head. She's just gonna like really quickly, because because she's fighting dirty. She's gonna scoot forward and lift her leg and just like right up in the crotch with like her heel.
Oh
yeah.
Ooh, delicioso. Hold on. I feel like this is important though.
Make him infertile.
One of them pops, yes.
No, let's go.
Well, he does have a bruised ego, and that's another condition that he has.
Wow.
One thing I do want to say is every time that you inflict an injury on somebody, you can give them a condition. And you can choose to take advantage of that condition. That's why I said you were dizzy.
Got it. I see.
Okay? And so you can say, because you kicked him in the balls, you can, the injuries that they can get, basically, are right over here. Right?
Where? Sorry.
So you can give them...
Oh, got it.
So you can say, I punch you in the face, you have a black eye, which I can now say you have to roll at an increased difficulty to shoot.
I see. Okay.
Does it make
He's
sense?
still just been bruised so far, yes?
Basically, he was grappled, he was put prone, which are conditions that you did take. Technically, he never used in such a
Right.
acted in a game in any way. But you did just say you kicked him in the balls.
Yeah.
So you could.
So then I'd love to inflict nauseous.
Nauseous. Okay. So now he's nauseous. So if you choose to do something to him that's going to take advantage of that nauseous, or say, well, you're fucking nauseous, you cannot do this without an increased difficulty, then you're making it even more difficult or more easy for somebody to hit them next.
Got it.
In this case, yourself.
Right.
Which, by the way, it's your turn.
It's my turn, yeah. So since I have made him nauseous, he's already broken the grapple, so maybe he staggers back enough for me to at least flip around, and I think like almost like a kip up kind of thing, like she rocks back with her feet up in the air and is just gonna like kangaroo punch him in the stomach, or kangaroo kick him in the stomach.
Sure.
To try to get him off, and she is pushing anyway, so that would kind of help.
That does make sense.
With the nauseous, so like we got this effect thing that's happening. Does that like what do we say that does?
Well, it could,
if I connect.
If we connect, we can say that he's seeing double, which might make it harder for him to be defensive or dodge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I intend to roll away, let's say, I won't be able to do that as well. You can also say on his next round, because he's still dizzy or nauseous, that he has to roll to keep himself from throwing up.
I was going to say, yeah, since I am taking advantage of it by kicking him in the stomach, and I force him to make some kind of like a composure to make sure that he doesn't puke.
Sure.
Or something.
I don't care.
And I don't know what effect that would have, but...
probably make him skip his turn.
I mean, shit, dude, if that works.
Fucking nerds.
Yeah, so she's going to attempt that. And I just kicked him in the balls, and I'm now taking advantage of what I did. So I'm gonna say I'm still fighting dirty.
I mean, that's what it is.
Might in close combat.
I do want to roll my.
I'm sorry.
My defense first before I do that. Before you you kind of hit me again and
again
and again and again and again. Oh, it's 4, not 5. Okay. Maybe. Nope.
So 4 successes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So remember you're at a +1 to all of your difficulty rolls because you're bruised.
Yes. So 3 successes.
So you got 3 successes, which, guess what? Remember what?
Because I have brutal. I can do a critical.
There you go.
Lovely. Then yeah, fuck it. I'll make a critical hit.
All right.
So that's 2 damage.
Yes, that is 2 damage on his way, and guess what? He hits the ground and vomits promptly onto the dirt, doubling over and holding his arms over his stomach. There's no healing. There's no like recovery from this. I can't stop a critical from happening, and he has no armor. So you've taken him out.
Oh, I took him out. Oh,
you took him out.
Nice.
You win.
Nice.
You win with a fatal ball kick.
Of course, it had to be. That's why I put the steel toe in these boots.
So, I mean, if you want to flavor it however you want as you stand over his body, still dizzy, of course, from the knock to the back of the neck, but you can brag.
God, the band better be filming this. This was fucking great.
Yeah. I'm gonna I'm gonna leave it there for the moment. I'm gonna think about what I say.
Okay, you want it to be
combat.
cool?
Because yeah, I thought I was gonna have another round. To
No,
do stuff,
dude.
but
You.
Well,
I just
You did it.
the reason that's why I pointed out you have brutal.
you're right. Yeah, the brutal. Yeah, was very important for that.
It's very important. So let's go back over to our cows, who are
Welcome to Moo Moo Ranch.
Moo Moo Ranch. All right, here we go. Let's get all these sounds back up again.
Richard, why do you start screaming when it's my turn?
Because he loves you, Taylor.
So if I remember, it's going to be a bull,
He's cheering for you.
PC, bull, PC. All right, cool. So, bull time. Wiley, you have to move yourself. Where are you on the cliffs?
I don't
Well,
see the thing.
where's the map?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I need my app to move.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, I have to zoom back up. Big Venus.
Which ridge are you on? There's
Tallest rock.
Tall Rock.
Tall Rock, Johnny, you're alone.
Yeah.
This one, so
This is reminding me of the Basilisk.
I mean, I could be on this one.
that's even farther away.
Yeah, makes sense. Reminds me of the Basilisk battle.
That's even farther away, you fucking asshole. Anyway, it's
Johnny's
fine.
like, well, I guess I'll die here.
I guess I will die. Okay, so I'm making sure that I keep everything kind of squared away, but we're going to go ahead and have this motherfucker try and go at you. It is at a complication though, so it will have to buy off a complication 2 to attack you. It is going to try and gore you instead because you are in the area.
Yeah, can I use my reflex now to get that free difficulty?
Yes. So it's going to add to your difficulty to hit you. So normally you have 1 defense. Now you have 4 defense.
Yes.
And it has a 2 complication. So how many rolls do I need? I need to get 6 successes if I want to do a single damage to you. If not, I think it's going to take harm.
T-post.
I think it's going to take harm. So let's see how well this works for it.
Oh.
No, that is a miss, and I get some points to my tension pool, by the way. As it's not able to buy it
Cool.
off that difficulty. In fact, it probably doesn't even move because of all of the firing happening.
What if
around
it does move and it plays into my attack that I would like to do?
What are you trying to? Are you going to take the next turn?
I want to take the next turn if that's all right.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
So, I kind of want to do a grapple. I kind of want to wrangle a bull.
You
today.
want to wrestle?
Okay.
I
So
guess.
Bull ride.
basically, what I wanted to do with the whip is just wrap it around his neck and jump onto the back.
Monster Hunter style.
Oh my god, that sounds.
And so using the momentum of it charging at me, and sure, it could hit me, but that would just help me launch myself even more.
Okay. I will.
Mad
Okay,
lad.
so athletics plus might, please. That is the roll to grapple, and I'm going to give you a bonus enhancement. I'm going to give you a +2 to kind of make up for that complication if you hit it.
Okay, I have close combat on my weapon, so it's it's +1, and then my
Does the weapon have grapple?
yes, it
Oh,
gives
yes.
+1 to being grappled. To
Nice.
using it as a grappler.
Nice. Okay, so use your weapon then to grapple it. Again, you have a +2 enhancement towards it, so that's gonna stack up really nicely. I'm gonna roll my defense really quick though because I want to make this a little bit more difficult for you. I'm sorry. So instead of oh, you're gonna fucking get
whatever.
it. Instead of 1, you have to meet a 2.
Oh, okay.
You have to meet a 2.
To even make it like a little worse, can I use some momentum?
Use 3.
Do it.
Use 3?
I didn't have the chance to use half. It was too quick.
Okay, I'll roll 3 after. Just to be funny.
We have 3 momentum left.
That is not
That
it.
is not the roll.
What
Hold
the
on.
fuck?
I might have fat fingered that one. So 5.
5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. You do not have
Fucking riding a bull.
Okay, so you grapple it successfully. You have 3 successes over on the grapple.
Cool.
Okay?
Perfect.
That's not enough to Hold on. It has 2 soft. It has 1 soft, so you actually have 2 successes on the
Okay.
on it, okay?
Cool.
So 2 successes will allow you to inflict 1 damage on it, and you will get rid of one of the armors.
Yeah.
Or you
I'll
will
do
get
that.
rid of the armor. Okay. So now Red Bull has no armor except the soft.
Nice.
Cool. That's
And now you're on it.
yeah, and it has a flaming rope around its neck.
I don't know what you intend to do, but you are
My weapon's lethal, so we'll deal with that.
you are in control. I will say this, you are in control of the grapple. And now you are riding this bronco. It's not a bronco, it's a fucking bull. You're riding it. It's now bucking wildly around, which it is terrifying because this thing is probably is double the size of a normal longhorn.
Well, that's why I'm holding onto the whip, and because it's natural, I can't be disarmed. I think. It says
Natural armor is something that's on
no,
you.
natural weapon.
Nat-
This weapon is a part of a character's body.
What the fuck?
I mean,
It's his tail.
Damn.
that is a technicality. It is not really your
It
tail
cannot
right
be
now.
disarmed.
It is not really your tail, sir. I'm gonna have to.
I don't know. Whatever Loki said.
I'm gonna have to look at this a little bit later because I'm gonna question that and
We're gonna
re-examine your
have to
tags
workshop
there.
that one a little
We're gonna have
bit.
to workshop those
It
tags.
says the weapon is a part of a character's body. So
It is a weapon that you can lose right now. It is not attached to you.
Yeah, if you pull it off of your body, I don't think it's natural.
hold on, let
no
me
more.
spend my 5 XP that I have just to let this happen.
Or you just stick it right back up your ass.
Ew. Okay. Next bull. Now this
Wait, I want my children to.
is- yeah, your children get to go
I want them to bother them again.
to keep them from. All right.
Yeah.
Roll their manipulation and the leadership roll again. And I'll see if I can
Yeah.
defend against it with the fact that it's an animal, so it can't really. So that's 2 successes
Yes.
versus my 1. It is stalled, so it does not go again.
Yeah.
Wiley, your turn.
Howdy.
Some
I.
head ass shit is going
This
down.
is fucking hard to shoot.
Yeah,
Yes.
now you're going to have complications for sure because if you're intending to shoot the Red Bull,
Teacher, psych. That's the wrong number. When showing off with a ranged weapon, convert any additional difficulty imposed because of your showmanship into enhancement instead, which may be spent on any ranged attack stun besides inflict damage. This applies before my roll. Thanks, trick shot from
It says
the warrior
besides
calling.
to inflict
you
damage.
cannot inflict damage on a trick shot.
Yeah, I'm aware. I want to pin it.
Oh, so you want to continue to pin it so that it can't. So any attacks that it does, it cannot attack Johnny.
Yeah.
Okay, you still have to roll.
Fucking whack.
So any complications that you would get from this difficulty to do this trick shot, which I was gonna say is a 2 complication, so you get 2 enhancements to shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. So
And then I have 2 more enhancements. Because
okay.
predatory focus and firearms are my specialty.
All right, this is gonna get fucked. But it's not gonna get damaged because it doesn't matter. We're really just pussyfooting around, aren't we, guys?
What do you mean?
Hold on. I'm gonna.
Riley doesn't want to have to go in there, fucking balls to the wall.
Well,
talk about it. I'm having fun.
It looks like the blue one is the one you're trying to save.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. Okay, got it. Okay. I just want to make sure. Or are you trying to save both of them?
No.
I'm trying to kill this one.
Okay, we're trying to kill this one. Got it. And so understanding.
That's why all the children are over there trying to.
So I'm just saying.
Alternatively,
I'm just saying. You understand that the trick shot is going to make that harder to do
why?
because you're not going to be doing damage.
I know.
You're just going to be preventing it from attacking Johnny.
Wait,
Johnny,
can I do it? Make it a critical hit? That's not inflict damage.
that inflicts damage.
That inflicts
you.
another injury.
That inflicts another injury condition. You're the only one that has armor piercing, by the way.
Yes.
So, which means that you can armor pierce and ignore the soft
True.
and hit it.
It won't be a show off then.
As much as the show off would be cool, I don't think it's
fun.
necessarily. I don't think it's necessarily going to help you in the situation of killing this thing.
Okay. Well,
It's fine if you shoot me. I have 3.
wait, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is a simple action the only thing I can do this turn?
Simple action is just basically a move and an action, which
So-
is like a skill check.
Wait, so I couldn't do like a certain simple action and shoot on the same turn?
That's a mixed action. That's different.
Well, this doesn't. I don't have to roll anything to use this.
So, you
So
just
it's
roll,
my
you roll
it's my gun.
If you roll to shoot it, that's a simple action.
Can I do 2 simple actions? That's a mixed action.
That would
That's
be
a
a
mixed
mixed action. And then
Okay,
you have
so
to,
basically-
you would have to make. Okay, so if you do a mixed action, you say I'm gonna shoot it twice, right?
Yeah.
That would mean that you'd have to use the dice pool to succeed enough twice.
Okay.
So if
So-
if say I was to roll, I can't roll to defend, right? So
Right.
it has 1, but it has the soft, which you can theoretically negate with that 1 shot. You need to get 2 successes right off the bat
Okay.
in that roll, which theoretically you could do,
So
statistically speaking.
what I'm trying to do is spend a simple action to mark this bull for destruction using the innate powers that my gun has.
What is the innate power? I guess I don't
That's
know.
what it is. I can. The wielder may spend a simple action aiming through this rifle's scope to mark a target for destruction. Targets remain marked for the scene until he successfully hits them, whichever comes first.
If you're gonna shoot the gun in the same turn, that's a mixed action.
Okay. But there's no other dice pool I could roll.
Because marking it is just marking it. You're just saying that you're marking it, right?
Right.
So it's not. It's just an action. That's an action that you do.
So
My question is,
I can't do both.
if you just wanted to make it a simple action, you're marking it for death essentially.
Yes.
Then mark it for death and wait till the next turn.
So it's kind
But then that gets rid of predatory focus. Okay, I see. I'm just gonna shoot it then.
Okay.
Because if I did that, it would get rid of predatory focus, so then I wouldn't have the other enhancement.
Okay. All I'm saying is that if you hit it right now, you can do a significant amount of damage because you have a very high dice pool.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna shoot it.
So roll your dice to shoot it because I cannot defend. It's already rolled its defense roll.
How much momentum do we have?
3.
Can I use it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or does Jay need it?
Jay's probably not going to need it.
Okay.
Probably. I don't know. Are you
Unless
gonna
Wiley fucks this up hard, and then you just get more momentum back.
Yeah.
If I
don't
use
worry.
2, that's more than half.
Yes.
Well,
but
you've already spent half. The
you've already
momentum
spent
pool
half the momentum
this
pool
scene.
in this scene.
Oh.
Half the
yeah,
momentum
yeah.
pool was already spent because it was at 4 when Kiva was being done, and Kiva spent 2, and y'all spent half the momentum pool in this scene. So you guys already have 2 experience points from spending half the momentum.
Okay, I'm gonna use 1
Let's just say
momentum to get 3 enhancements. Total.
1 momentum gives you an extra dice.
Oh fuck yeah, you're right. I'm an idiot. Ignore the momentum. Fuck it.
I guess since Julian got a positive birthday interference, Taylor can have one too.
Oh.
Aw.
Thanks.
So, how do you want to do this then, Taylor?
Are you
Thanks,
saying this
Lee.
just kills it?
Positive interference.
Make sure don't spoil none of that meat.
You kill the bull so good that the other bull sits down and doesn't want to do anything bad.
Okay, so
It just
Wiley,
submits to its new alpha.
So right now, the scene is as it is. We have Johnny riding this giant fucking bull with his whip, his fucking blade whip, flaming blade whip, wrapped around its neck, holding on for dear life, having a ball. There are a gaggle of children blocking the other bull from attacking, and you have the high ground, Anakin.
I know. So I imagine Wiley was
Hello
still
there.
in the process of walking up when Johnny hopped onto this thing. Richard's carrying around my birthday hat.
He's the birthday
Happy
boy
birthday.
now.
wait.
You threw your birthday on the ground. It's like, fuck
Like carrying
Happy
it around
birthday
his
to
mouth.
the ground.
Pick it back up, buddy. Okay, anyways. So Wiley's taking his time since Johnny's having a good time. He kneels, adjusts the scope,
It's a good time or not.
adjust the scope, and with this predatory focus going on, it's like time kind of slows for him, and he's just looking and waiting for the moment. The gun's cocked and ready, and
Take the shot.
pull the fucking trigger, Piglet. He just kind of zeroes in right between the bull's eyes.
Are you sure it's not between Johnny's eyes first?
Huh?
An accident doesn't have to happen right now. He said specifically during the train. And who am I to be an early bloomer? Not me.
No way.
And
Can't
when-
shoot your load too quickly.
You're not throwing away your shot.
Okay, we didn't have to. You guys went too far. You had to bring Hamilton into this.
I met God and she's black.
Let me get my Miku binder out of the drawer. And right as his crosshairs, as soon as his crosshairs meet, right between its eyes, he shoots. And it's like a sonic boom.
Hold on.
So it is electrified, it is traveling fast, and it goes straight through the bull's skull. Since he's above, it goes straight through the bull's skull into the ground. Just
It's like one of those
scissors.
cutscenes from Sniper Elite where you see it like X-ray and the bull's skull shatters outwards.
Fucking
Final
Mortal
Destination.
Kombat fatality.
The camera's from the perspective of the bullet.
He shoots, he scores. And yeah, because this is a godlike hit, the other Nemean bull probably sits the fuck down and takes a spell.
It just sits down.
Sits very nicely and politely.
Wiley will whistle
Fucking falls.
really loudly, and you'll hear, like, I don't know if you heard me patting my desk.
Yes.
As
But
Hemlock
Jasper
kind
comes
of-
running, wearing his heavy boots.
I'm imagining that. Sorry.
Is he also wearing pajamas?
That's what I was gonna say. He's also in his boxers.
He's never not wearing pajamas.
Excuse me, he wears clothes when he is running
excuse
his
me?
business.
He asked for no pickle, but Hemlock will trot back up, looking a little worse for wear, and Wiley's just grinning like the idiot he is.
Oh yeah, you got a lot of jerky.
Johnny just fucking
He
collapses
can't
with
eat
the
it.
bowl.
What? You guys are cracked.
Oh yeah, you're a vegetarian.
No, he's not.
You can't
He's- Can you-
Non-bull meat.
non-bull meat.
Yeah, not me. And Wiley will kind of just make his way back down, ready to go talk to this bull.
Cool. Johnny is gonna try to get out from underneath the bull as it collapses.
I mean, you're on top of it,
You're on top of it.
so really it just
Still, you fucking fall.
it falls.
Because he didn't expect, and then the fucking thunder wave.
It collapses like a
Aw,
it collapses
my
like a
lord.
flan in a cupboard. Just deflates.
It's either that or it's like one of those those coin rides, and it stops doing this, and Johnny's like, oh.
Basically. Just untangles the whip.
This isn't fun anymore.
This isn't fun. Well,
This isn't fun.
well, you now have a giant. You have a giant Nemean bull again, very large, very huge. If you were to theoretically skin it and forge it into some relic armor, you would be able to gain its heavy armor status.
Ooh. That is sexy. I would like some chaps.
Does it take away from your self checks though?
Yeah. Does it take away from my dexterity? Does heavy armor do that?
No, it's the skin is tough.
Okay.
It's tough in
Sexy.
skin. It's not like it's not metal armor. It is
a D&D joke.
it's very strong leather armor. Theoretically, if you were to fashion it into some fetching chaps.
Yeah.
Which would
I'll do
give you,
that.
and it would give you 1 soft and 2 hard armor, but you still need to get some forgers on that. Which we have plenty of forger characters that are NPCs that are in the wickets. However, you can also use all of the bull if you choose to.
I would like to. I have some things in mind.
We could play around with it. You can also share the bounty with Johnny. Johnny could use another relic. Psh, no. But you could have another.
I can now have a wristband with the horn.
They'll offer it to Kiva, for sure.
Kiva could also use some armor as well. All things considered, maybe fashion.
Make her a nice fucking punk ass vest. I don't
You
know.
get a real leather jacket.
Yeah, with,
versus,
little-
She could get it
ripped
a
down.
fucking a bracelet or something.
Like little tassels, sort of like a little cowgirl. It'd be cute.
Whatever, we'll work it out.
We'll work it. We'll work it in post.
We're harvesting from this shit.
Yeah,
But,
well, it's going to take you some time to drag this thing because it is a big fucking bitch.
I still have another bull to talk to though.
Yes. So let's go over to. So we've defeated Hercules. We defeated one of the Nemean bulls, and the other one is going to play nice now. Because damn, Jay,
Hi.
are you ready now? Did you build it?
Yeah, I posted it in the chat if you want to look at it. I know you originally made it a 3-dot relic with 1 flaw, so I spent 15 experience so I can have the 5-dot flaw that I wanted. I think it's fitting, and yes, I understand that the boon that I want I cannot use yet.
But it's there.
But it's there, and I made it specifically for the fuckery of the person who is making this.
I like how you took the picture from that one, the movie that we watched.
I didn't. Do you know that he's actually an actual character in lore?
The sun.
The son, Al Bing is in the lore.
Cool. We'll look it up.
Lore?
Yeah, so I think that's who Jay actually is supposed to be in this scenario.
Okay, well we'll figure out, see how we can incorporate it. You know, new research happens all the time. We just kind of shove it in as best as we
That's
can.
what happens when you type in the character name and then a Wikipedia article shows up and you're like, oh shit.
And you're like, oh.
So where we last
Oops.
left you had just convinced Sydney to give up working for Amaterasu. And she decided that it would be in her best interest to abandon the relic at the very least that Amaterasu had given her. It's chained. It's a chance for her to basically linger and follow and kind of be aware that Sydney still has control over Sydney in some shape or form.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So she throws the sunflower relic towards the ocean, and it does not fall into the ocean. It is grabbed by a tanned hand that reaches up and just comes out of the ocean and grabs it.
Like an anime.
Like an anime, because who hasn't watched anime? Who doesn't watch anime, right? Definitely that's what Susa would ask. Have you seen the latest? He's
I bet
actually
he invented anime.
No, there's actually one of the kami gods is actually super okay with his scions being like greasy meats and shit like that. Like he's totally okay with it as long as you're like 100% into it.
Oh.
Like all he cares about is that you're like 100% all in on whatever it is you're doing.
As long as you're doing what you love.
As long as you're doing what you love, kid. You could be a neat. But that's not Sousa. Sousa is definitely not that. He definitely watches the cool animes. You know, the ones that, you know, you probably never heard of, like Dragon Ball Z or something. Like.
Either way, we know this isn't Sousa, so.
Well,
Aquaman.
It's Aquaman.
Yeah, Aquaman, yeah.
Aquaman, yeah. Well, regardless, I think as Jay, it's like, no, you don't have to throw. We could just and then he just stops in seeing it go off towards the ocean, and then it doesn't hit the water.
Yeah, and like you'll see the hand kind of slowly start moving towards the shore. Obviously, whoever's there is walking on the floor.
I fucking love it.
Periscoping, like the hand is just periscoping forward.
Okay.
What we need some funny, right?
Yeah.
We need some hilarity in our lives as you see a guy who looks like basically I mean, I have his picture. It's in the Conca, so you can find it. Look for Susanoo. It's there. And you'll see what is this. His hair is super wet though, so it's not all this like really like salt fluffy.
Doesn't have the cloud hair.
Like the best way I can describe it is like normally it would be like fluffy, like if you've been in the beach sand and beach salt fluffy. It's not, because he just came out of the water and he's shirtless and he's got an 8-pack.
Oh my god.
At least that's what he would say. But he is definitely a strong looking dude who walks in out of the shore with storm clouds on his bathing suit shorts.
At least it's not.
He's not wearing a Speedo.
Miku. Yeah, thank God.
He's not wearing a Speedo. He's wearing swim shorts. Because normally he'd be surfing.
Right.
And stuff like that along the shores. And he sort of like tosses the sunflower relic in his hand, and he will speak, and I forgive me and forgive me for the accent that I chose, because it's Ritter.
I was worried that we were going to be violating some TOS things real quick.
No. I was trying to figure out what would be the most likely voice that he would have, and the surfer voice is the most inoffensive one that I could think of. So he's going to be he's going to toss the sunflower relic around, basically from hand to hand, and he says, "You know, she was not going to like it if you actually throw this away."
Jay's like watching all of this happen, and as his brother-in-law shows up, I'm assuming he knows what he looks like.
Knows what Sousa looks like?
Yeah.
This is not any traditional version of what Susanoo looks like.
Yeah, but how would Suki describe him?
How would Suki describe him? Like a beach bum?
Okay, so it's pretty easy to tell then. I think Jay kind of takes like a half step in front of Sydney.
Yeah.
And he kind of says, yeah, I think she made him. Can we have that back?
I don't want it back.
We gotta change it.
How are we gonna change it?
Gotta find someone that could do forge stuff. I mean, I was originally gonna try to find someone to change me. Wait. And he turns back. How long have you been here?
The whole time, man.
So you saw the thing that happened out of Diamond Head? And he gestures to the giant cliff.
Yeah.
So it worked.
Thought it was pretty gnarly, actually.
He smiles at that. Okay, so then you could help us, maybe? Hi, by the way. Really bad at this whole meeting new god thing. Jay's my name. As he like awkwardly kicks the sand.
Jay, right. Like the letter.
Sure. I'm sure he's heard that
Like
joke.
Favorite character from Men in Black.
I'm sure he's heard that joke many a time before. So he's like, sure.
Yeah, like the letter.
No, like the bird.
No, not like the bird. Anyway, I did that so we could meet, and I didn't expect the thing with Sydney. He gestures back towards Sydney. She, no offense, doesn't want to play with Amaterasu anymore. He's like tiptoeing around topics.
Oh, yeah, I totally understand. Like, you know, she's kind of strict.
Yeah, like super strict. And so we need to change that. And he kind of points to the sunflower that's
He's
going-
currently spinning it on its chain on his finger.
Okay, he's pointing to the spinning, hoping that it doesn't yeet into infinity somewhere.
It very well might.
yeah.
I mean, like it's going pretty fast, like making that kind of like bzzz, kind of noise.
And I need help fixing something. If you're looking for work, do gods even look for work? He says this like really like softly, but I'm sure Sydney can hear him.
I don't think he wants to.
I don't like that word.
A new creative outlet.
You did say work first, though.
I mean, is it really work if you're having fun? He pauses. Look, I'll buy you like your favorite drink. I know what your Starbucks order is. Don't ask me how I know. I just do. We can go get that first.
He'll stop spinning the sunflower relic and pause for a second. He says,
Okay, so you want me to help you out. And go against my sister.
It's not really going against her.
The most beautiful queen of the heavens.
His eyes twitch ever so slightly at that.
Sure, buddy.
Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. But it's not really going against her if Sydney's choosing to find someone different.
Now, I know that I'm not, like, the sharpest tool in the shed. But I'm pretty sure that choosing to not be chosen scion of the goddess of the heavens.
I mean, there's other goddesses of different heavens if you think about it.
But do they have the same firm hand that she has?
You know, I hear Sekhmet's kind of rough.
No, I can't really deal with Sekhmet. She wouldn't even show me her boobs.
Jay makes Pikachu face. Okay,
Chooses to go up against the Queen of the Heavens, the most celestial being in the celestial heavens, choosing to deny the gift that she's been given. And you want me to help you? Son of the Dragon King.
brother-in-law. Look, if you don't want to, you don't have to.
I'm just asking why I should.
Aren't you like a trickster or something? Don't you like do things because they're fun? And you're not sounding very fun right now, so Sydney, maybe we should just, I don't know, I guess find somebody else? I could just buy you a new sunflower. And like he turns away from Sousa as he's gonna try to reverse psychology this. Can I feel like he made the grand entrance and not me. So I don't even know if I can roll for my grand entrance.
No, your grand entrance was the dropping into the water. It would have been a great grand entrance had somebody not interrupted you.
Yeah, so I can't make use of that in my favor.
Roll manipulation.
I'm sorry, you want me to what?
Roll manipulation.
You want me to do a bad? Hold on, let me see.
You're trying.
You are manipulating.
You
him.
are trying to You're trying to reverse psychology him. I'm sorry.
This is not gonna work.
That is a manipulation persuasion check, my guy.
Oh, did you guys just spend all the momentum?
No, there's three
No,
left.
I didn't. There's still 3.
There's 3
Spend
left?
it all.
Yeah.
Then we'll have
I
a
didn't
third
spend it all.
scene that has spent all the momentum.
Okay, so we're talking manipulation and
Persuasion.
Persuasion. Okay, that I can do. So manipulation, persuasion. Then I have to add 3 more dice. 3, 2, 2. Just 3. And then because I didn't get to do any of the stuff before, I don't get any additional enhancements.
He will when you kind of walk away and say, I guess we should go leave this square, this non-trickster dude, this guy who clearly doesn't want to have fun, like sort of turn, and Sydney's just sort of like looking at you like, why are you saying this out loud? Because that is a god, you know what I mean? Like, maybe the little bit of residual Prince J is still in there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he should still be drunk.
And,
oh, remember, never mind, I can't do that. I was looking at my...
He's drunk, he's virtuous.
I was looking
like...
at my epic charisma boons, my innate power, but I don't think this applies here.
And you as you turn and try and coax Sydney over, you sort of like look towards her, look forward as you're walking, away, and he's in front of you. Whoa, 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 whoa! I can play.
Oh, so you're ready to play now?
Now, I can always play.
Okay. So, what's your game?
Okay, so you want me to play a trick on her?
Which you've done a lot. If all the stories are true.
Well, they are.
And this might get her attention on you, considering that she hasn't been paying attention since, your whole sun thing and the whole choke.
Okay,
thing.
alright, hold on.
Yeah.
So you want me to forge something for you, to get back at her, so she'll notice me,
Yes.
and I'll get back into heaven.
Possibly. She might want to talk to you in heaven.
You think she might even say hi?
I mean, she can't yell at you for tricking her if she doesn't talk to you.
That's practically like saying hello.
I mean, it's attention.
There's no such thing as bad attention.
Or bad publicity.
I don't know if you've noticed, he's kind of creepy. Or weird.
Dude, one married her and the other one is in love with her.
you know, they're every pantheon's a little weird, a little funny. He will sort of step back, sort of like, okay.
And if you
I already said okay.
that wasn't like for one. If you help with two, Suki might notice you. I don't think you guys have talked in like a really long time.
How about this? For one, I'll do it to get back at my sister.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, I want to get with your sister.
I'm sorry, what?
The princesses at the palace?
But you said sister.
I mean, one of them.
Just,
They all look the same.
That's rude. Each one is different and very special.
There's like 100 of them, by the way, guys. Like they all weirdly look the same.
That's racist.
The most I can do because I am not gonna take away their consent or anything like that.
Just introduce me.
I can introduce you, but is it? You don't want to go into the palace, do you? Because I can't control my.
They can't leave the palace, so I have to go in.
Are you okay with my dad being?
If you don't want to give me what I want for doing you a favor.
If I convince some of my sisters to.
Sounds like he's being a trickster.
If I convince some of my sisters to possibly leave, so that way there's not a huge tsunami that could happen if you show up, because you don't want to be blamed for a tsunami, right?
He sort of continues to make that raspberry noise even while you're talking. I'm not going to do it because I want everybody to hear you.
Okay.
But if you guys can imagine him going.
So.
Ew.
That's what Sydney says. Ew. And then like once he's like he does that for like a second too long, his like eyes go a little flat ever so slightly. He goes, "Look, I know the history between you and my dad, and I don't think you want to fight right now."
I think that I'm doing you a favor by not noticing that something's on your arm as he pokes your arm very tersely.
Ow.
Something that belongs to me.
It belonged to him first. It's a part of his tail.
And I made it.
And I'm not mad that you ripped his tail off.
I'm not mad that you have it.
Okay, so then we don't need to talk about this anymore. And he continues. He's like, I'll convince some of my sisters to have an outing from the Winter Palace. I'll introduce you, and then if you can do the rest of the work in dating or having a nice conversation with them, then is that okay?
He will hold his hands up for a second and say,
As long as I got an in, I will get in.
Mm-hmm. And you're gonna get free Starbucks. And then like his order was like what, like a triple or quadruple shot like mocha frappuccino.
it's like a coconut frap or
with a
something like
coconut
that.
Frap, yeah.
Okay. 2 relics get fixed.
Mm-hmm.
And you get me. You promise that she'll notice.
I promise.
And you promise that you'll let me bang one of your sisters.
I am promising that I am going to give you the opportunity to talk to one of my sisters.
Which is halfway there.
He sighs at that. Okay.
You got yourself a deal.
Okay. and then like he's looking at the sunflower, and then like he kind of like reluctantly puts his hand into the void of his robes, pulls, and he'll slowly pull
out Gerald.
Yeah, Gerald
comes out first.
Gerald's attached.
You pull
to
out Gerald and you like toss him to the side, and then you pull out your heart.
Yeah, he's like attached to the fucking flute, and he's like, no.
Mom.
You have to like sloop him out of the flute.
Yeah.
There's bits of
He's,
him
like,
still
in it.
inside.
Gotta go get him out.
This cat is a liquid.
Does it into his robes. It's like, it's super normal for him, but I'm sure it's weird for Sydney.
Ew. Gross.
Okay, and he looks hesitant for the horns for a second. Can I please... I need to do something to make sure he's not gonna fuck me.
You're asking a god to do something for you.
I know, but I'm also asking a trickster god who he thinks that he tricked, but...
Getting it in was the trick.
Okay. You want to roll to perceive.
I'm going to roll I'm going to use... I switched out my destroyer knacks again. So I took Entropic Eye, which basically means once per scene, you may roll your knack skill to examine nearby vulnerabilities. You may spend a banked success to ask one of the following questions and get an accurate, useful answer from the storyteller.
So you're trying. So this is more like an insight.
Yes.
So this is an insight kind of roll. So we're going to use empathy, and we're going to use one of your mental skills, probably.
Yeah.
So you're trying to figure out if there's any weaknesses in what you just did. Right?
Yeah, it would essentially fall under what here can give me an advantage against this character. Because you can ask one of 4 questions, basically.
All right, so it's based on
What
the
is
number.
hidden here and where?
It's based on the
Pretty
number.
much. That's
It's
exactly
based
why
on.
I took it.
It's based on your number of successes.
It says you may spend a banked success to ask one of the following questions to get an accurate, useful. So I'm assuming it's per success is how many answers you get.
Okay, let me give you a difficulty check first.
Yeah, sure. Considering it's a god. 12 successes.
I fucked up. I didn't put the right success number, target number. I put it in as 8 instead of 6 like I'm supposed to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's close to 12. Okay.
9 is your difficulty to try and suss out through the double speak and is he actually that dumb and all of this stuff.
Okay. So this is going to be an intellect and an insight?
Probably.
Or an empathy. Not insight.
Insight is VTM.
Okay, sorry. Alright. I spent all the stuff, so let's see. I doubt it. No. 2 successes.
No. You get a momentum back though.
Yay. Okay.
Is this ill-advised?
Probably.
Probably? Do you know in what way, what part of it is ill-advised? Everything? None of it? Is he really stupid? Is he just really aggressively simping for his sister? Don't want to think
Probably.
about that too hard. He's definitely simping for your sisters. Is this a ploy to get the sword back? Is this a ploy to get into the Winter Palace and get another sword?
He's not going to let him inside the Winter Palace.
Is this a ploy to do something to Suki because Suki married his sister? Why can't Susa? Like, there's so many things. Or is he legitimately wanting to create a connection with you as the brother-in-law?
I wish I could look into the
Doubt.
future right in this moment.
Press X to doubt.
Press X for premonition. But he has to look into the fucking mirror to do that, and then he'll be like, "Hey, that's also my sister's."
Jay's gonna be like,
back at top, bitch.
Jay's gonna be like, hold on a second.
Hold on, let me show you all 3 artifacts.
He can see all 3 artifacts already on him because he knows he has the sword. And then the mirror.
Hold up. I gotta look at my mirror for a second. Where's the 5G?
There's the 5G. It's gotta look for the tower. Okay, that's fair. I think how Jay rationalizes this is that if Suki steps too far out of line, he knows that, I mean, if Susa steps too far out of line, that Suki will be very upset and will probably do something. That's where Jay's head is at, to kind of make the scene progress. And he'll slowly hand over the flute.
And he will wrap the cord of the sunflower relic around the 2 pieces of the flute to keep it all together. And he'll hold it like a parcel, you know, kind of like a scroll parcel. He say,
Now these are special, because one was made by my sister, beauty that she is, and capable of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one was made by Inari.
Yeah.
Which means I need some time to make this work.
How much time?
A couple of days?
Okay. That's not too bad. I was thinking you were going to say years or something.
Psh! Psh! What do you think I am?
Someone who likes to have fun.
He points at you with your horns and says, "That is very true."
Okay, so do you want your Starbucks now or later?
How about I meet you at the Starbucks
Now?
after I finish?
Oh, okay. How are we gonna get in contact then?
You'll know which Starbucks.
Your backyard
With
starts to
Starbucks
flood.
on fire.
Your backyard floods, easy.
He brings the Starbucks to you.
The Starbucks franchise opens at like the end of the driveway. Jay's like, what
is
the
that
fuck?
mine? When was that there?
That's on my property. He kind of nods and goes, "Okay. We'll wait then."
What are you gonna do to mine? To my relic.
To her relic.
Sometimes it takes some creativity, you know?
And you're very creative.
That is true. Oh! He rests it on his shoulder as he starts walking backwards back into the water.
Oh god. Okay.
Remember, Starbucks.
Coconut frappuccino.
You know the one.
No, I don't.
It goes into the water.
Just kind of just slowly turns to Sydney.
Do you know the one?
No, I don't. Gods are weird like that, and it's probably going to be something where I'm going to trip and almost get into a car accident, and I'll just
Stumble into a Starbucks.
I'll just end up at the corner of one. They do that sometimes. But what we need to do is get back. And I have to apologize to some people for getting drunk.
Aren't you still drunk?
No. A little.
Okay.
I was trying to hold it together. But it doesn't matter. So we should head back, and we need to do research on getting you a new god. And I think my phone blipped a couple times in the middle of the fight. And he kind of lifts up his phone and sees all the messages in the group chat.
By the way, you were submerged in the water, right?
Who is to say that my phone isn't in one of those cool waterproof cases, because
I
why
mean, you
would
could
I
also
do
look
that?
at the water purview and be like, hey.
Did you spend any
That's-
XP on that cool waterproof case?
Any experience on the otter box?
Yeah, it's a $1
I mean,
relic.
if Johnny can like catch fire and none of his clothes be burned, it should be fine.
It should be fine. I just wanted to be like, oh, it's a little waterlogged.
A shit.
A little shit. Yeah.
Time to put it in the rice.
Okay. Oh no.
That's what you do with your
Yeah.
your phone.
You put
Take
it in the
photo,
rice.
you
Somebody get the basmati.
But yeah, if Sydney will go with him, he intends on bringing Sydney back, which I'm assuming everyone eventually went back when
That's
Jay
gonna be
disappeared.
problematic in a different way. So,
Yeah.
but you will notice that your phone has said a whole bunch of messages specifically involving Hercules, Wiley's ranch, weird shit, this asshole, and for some reason,
There's a picture of a big game hunt.
and I was gonna say, in addition to, there is a currently viral TikTok video currently going where it's Hercules vomiting on the ground, and it's just a 2-second clip, but it repeats really fast with the TikToks thing, you know. So
I'm surprised this isn't triggered to TOS. And he kind of he'll message Kiva and he'll be like, "Sorry, almost died. Is everything okay? Question mark, question mark, question mark."
is everything okay, Kiva?
Yeah.
What have you been doing as a gloater?
Yeah, so I would say maybe I get probably before this message happens, because I'd assume that the conversation was longer than a 2-round fight. But she's just kind of standing over him as he's yardsing on the ground. And she just says,
Yart.
"Yeah, there. How was that?" She asks him, knowing full well he probably can't respond.
Yeah, he doesn't, because he's still he's kind of trying to like gather his bearings as he is technically
His
taking
ball bearings.
his balls are gone. He trying to kind of get a sense of his bearings because of the fact that he is technically taken out. So he's kind of not really able, he's like Mortal Kombat's moment, just kind of not able to really discuss. So you have a moment to really say something to him before he collapses on the ground.
She's just going to kneel down and say, none of this had to happen. Just remember that this was all your idea. Your attempt at these stupid labors. You trying to embarrass me on public television. And what's happened to you here? It's all your fault. So, the way I see it, we've got 2 options. Either you give up on all this. You stop bothering me. You stop harassing the people I care about. And you slink back to whatever fraternity where they worship you as a god already. Or you stick it out. Because I just think I figured out my last labor. So what's it going to be? Do you want to admit that I've won now and get on with your life? Or do you want to see if you can take this a bit further? Because I promise you, the next time that you step foot anywhere near these people, I don't know if you're going to be walking away.
As far as the last labor is concerned, you're implying that you're gonna fucking kick him to Hades?
I mean, hell, I could kidnap him right now. That's a reversal of Hercules kidnapping Cerberus.
Kidnap him?
I just hog tie him, fucking, I don't know, naked to a pole or something outside his frat. And that's my labor done.
Yes.
Well, shit. Now I want that. He will not say anything, mostly because there's still like this dry heave need. But he does look at
Through the
you.
voice crack.
He does look at you rather angrily, more frustrated that he got beaten by a little girl from his perspective. Obviously you're not, but you know, misogyny, but and toxic masculinity. And when you're close to him, he will grit his teeth as you're talking, and maybe he's not even listening. Or he might be. Maybe his small pea brain just can't comprehend the words that are coming out of your mouth. But he will lean back a little bit, like sort of like rear back. And it's clear that he's going to attempt to headbutt you to maybe do like one last thing. But when he launches forward, he just launches right past you. And he just face plants on the dirt. And he's unconscious now.
She is going to just kind of pick him up by the collar and just start dragging him behind her as she walks back to the edge of the fence where everybody's hanging out. Thanks. She'll kind of wipe a little bit of blood away from her lip.
Penny,
and just say,
Penny is clapping.
Yeah.
Lindy is sort of like leaning on the fence, just like Jordan is fucking please as punch.
Yeah. She's just gonna say, do you have any idea where the boats got off to?
Jude, who is kind of there, you know, kind of lingering because she's there to watch, and she saw what was going on, and as cool as that is, she'll sort of say, actually, and she'll point in the distance, and we'll be seeing the silhouette, if you will, of Johnny, Longhorn, or long ears. Sorry,
Hemlock, not long ears yet.
It's not long ears yet. Hemlock and Wiley, along with the kids who have collectively lifted up the remains of the Nemean
like
bull.
Fucking ants.
Like ants.
Like ants. I mean, given the fact that a couple of them are Titan spawn, it's
A couple of them are Titan spawn, so at this point it's kind of, you know, reasonable, right? We'll take 20. It's fine. They'll do it. Sort of walking. Sacrifice. We're gonna eat some steak. We're gonna eat some steak. You know, they're excited. They're chanting like little rabid animals. Jude will kind of point over in the distance, and that's kind of like that silhouette. And it's easy to see because it's just fucking nothing.
Yeah. Good. Well, just got one more thing to do with this one. She kind of like lifts him a tiny bit, and he's still just like dead fucking weight.
Dead fucking weight. He's heavy, but you know.
Oh, is the other bull following us too?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's gonna kind of eye Lindy for a second and just say, she gets like this kind of like devilish glint in her eye and says, do you think Wiley will let us borrow some rope?
Maybe.
Do you want to give me a hand with something?
Yeah. I mean, sure.
And she'll just kind of smile.
Whatever you want.
I think that's kind of where, I think that, yeah, because he fucking attempted to attack her in bad will, then like, the next trip is them going to the frat house to fucking like
Got it.
hang him from the flagpole.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm trying to find the good way to time this and stuff like that. Kind of arrange it because I got an idea in my head and it's kind of tooling it. So Jay.
Yes.
You're going home.
Yes.
Your friends are not going to be happy. You do know that, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a lot of talking. I figured that would probably happen next session.
Okay. Well, some of it will happen now. So.
Okay.
So you take Sydney home with you.
Yes.
Home being where, is not where you left your friends and Li Bao, because you left them at the bar.
I probably would have texted them on his way back.
Cool. They're there.
Okay.
Probably faster than you imagined because Li Bao used his powers to teleport them into the small art museum gallery that you have in your home as a trick. You know, you use that as a quick load, you know.
Sure. So they probably got there
and are a lot faster and are sobering up.
Sure.
Way before you are.
Mm-hmm.
And when you come in, it's looking like an intervention already.
Can I roll for my grand entrance?
Okay, you want to use grand entrance and just kick the fucking doors open and be like,
No.
I just
want them to remember me favorably so I get a +1 enhancement on all my social rolls.
Remember, it's me, Jay.
No, he's gonna be looking sad and confused and dejected.
Okay. Is it a roll thing that you have to do?
Yes. I have to roll your knack skill. So I'm assuming I need to roll probably a presence and a. I don't know if this is a persuasion or.
Yeah, persuasion, because you're trying to convince them that you're.
Or culture.
Culture would be like more of like the culture of X or the culture of Y.
Oh my god. I only rolled 1 success. Okay. I rolled a 1.
Certain people are going to be convinced, certain people are not going to be convinced.
Okay.
There is a the people who are convinced are going to be the mortals, your mundane characters, Hokulani, Micah. You're going to come in with that sad puppy dog look, and you know their hearts are going to be warmed because
it's see Sydney,
and then they're going to see Sydney.
I'd be very confused.
And be very confused. What's she doing here?
Long night. I can explain why she's here.
And, you know, Hokulani is like the mother hen of your friend group. She's the mom. And so she's already standing up from the bar stool and she's already stomping over and grabbing you to kind of pull you towards her and away from Sydney in a protective kind of way.
Yeah.
Like putting herself between you and Sydney.
I think he lets this happen.
What happened? Did she take you away?
No.
I didn't even see you. What are you even doing here?
If she took me away, I wouldn't be here, okay? I needed to find somebody to fix my horns.
And you found her. Why is she here?
She found me. We had a long conversation about who or where her alliances should be. And she's decided that they're not gonna be with her anymore. And he points in the general direction of the sun again. I imagine that Jay knows where it is at any given point because it's like a really bad eyesore.
Okay.
So, I brought her here because we have to wait for the person that I asked to fix the relics to fix them, and we have to find her a new god. So, if you don't want her here, I'll just get her a hotel or something.
You'll hear a growl behind you.
So is she gonna apologize for what she did to you?
That's up to her.
Then I don't think she belongs here.
Okay. I'll get her a hotel room then.
He will stand in front of you and Sydney. Li Bao will now stand in front of you and Sydney. And he'll be facing Sydney, while Hokulani's more facing towards you.
Mm-hmm.
You find your own hotel. There's plenty for you.
Sydney will go,
Okay, fine.
I'll find my own way.
He looks like really torn on what to do.
I guess the question is, what are you going to do, Jay?
I think he wants to try to... He knows he has to apologize to Li Bao for making him go 9-9.
You
But-
can't do everything, right? Like,
Yeah.
the big thing is, like, you can't do everything. You can't save everybody. You can't make everybody happy. So please be aware of that.
Yeah. I think what he's going to do, he's going to let Sydney go so he can try to neutralize the situation here. And then catch up with Sydney later, because obviously she can't get her relic back unless they meet back up again.
Sure.
So I think he just kind of looks towards Sydney and he nods and he'll say, "We'll talk later. I think I owe them an explanation."
Yeah, I get it.
She upset.
Well, I mean, she wasn't really well liked, well received in general after she arranged for a situation in which you got arrested.
Yeah.
So, and sent to juvie.
Yeah.
It ruined your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, she kind of left on a bad note there.
Yeah.
So most of your friends are, while they are assured that you are okay, Li Bao's not, but while your mortal friends are assured that you're okay, they still do not think that she's okay.
Yeah.
And it's going to take a while to warm back up to that shit again.
Yeah, I think that's completely and utterly fair. Yeah.
You'll have Hokulani babying you, trying to figure out if you've drank enough water, why are you wet, you know, things like that, to try and figure out what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
Which you can probably coax her to say, it's okay, I'm fine. Again, these are things that your mortal fate-bound characters are going to be okay with. But Li Bao is always lingering, always watching, always in the shadows, kind of lurking and seeing that you're not okay. And he's perceiving things such as something is wrong, something's not quite right, you know, and whatnot, and it just irritates him.
Sure.
So that's kind of the aura, and you can talk to Hoku and Micah and get your balm in, or
Yeah,
you can talk to Li Bao.
Oh, I have a choice.
Yeah, we'll do one now. We'll do the other next session.
Okay. He'll probably talk to Li Bao first because he's angry, and then he'll try to sort out what he even needs to talk to Hokulani and Mike about, because I know meta-wise what I need to do, but Jay doesn't really understand that yet.
Sure.
So he's gonna go to his other Titan buddy and try to sort that shit out, I think, first.
Okay, how do you approach it?
I think at some point in between all the babying and whatnot, Jay will go out to the pool. He'll try to get Hokulani and Micah probably thinking about the Yomi Foundation stuff to try to get them back on track with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll try to give him time to have a moment to breathe. And if Li Bao's kind of stalking, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
then he probably would follow him outside. And so I think when he gets out there, he kind of sighs and sits down by the water, and he's silent for, I think, a bit. And then he'll say, I shouldn't have done that.
Shouldn't have done a lot of things.
His fingers kind of tap at his own face. Yeah, maybe. But...
Maybe. You either did or you didn't.
I shouldn't have put you to sleep. But you probably wouldn't have let me jump off the cliff.
Yeah, you're right.
And even if you did let me jump off the cliff, you might have gotten into a fight with her, and I didn't want the bell to hurt you either. I don't know what it does yet, really.
You're right. I would have.
So...
He sort of turns towards you from wherever you're standing or sitting by the water, and he says,
If you don't want me to be your follower, then just say it. My job is to protect you. I want to protect you.
Have you ever thought that I want to protect you too?
You're not... It is not your choice. It is my choice.
He almost wants to contest him on that, because Amaterasu was the one that gave him to him in the first place. But I don't think he wants to bring up that necessarily. So I think he kind of looks at Li Bao with kind of very bleary eyes.
Okay, fine. Maybe I was forced to do so. At first. It hasn't changed what I want to do.
Then I have to ask you to trust me. If I say I'm gonna jump off a cliff into the ocean, trust that I'm not gonna kill myself.
You didn't even give me the option.
I should have. You're right. I'm still trying to figure out this stupid Scion thing. I shouldn't have done that. I just didn't want you to get hurt if Susano showed up and he was hostile. I won't do that again, I promise.
Promise.
I promise.
Don't break it.
I won't.
Ever.
I promise. He kind of like, I'm assuming from where he's sitting down, he like will subconsciously reach out to kind of gently take the tail and wag it. Well, it's not really crossing pinkies, but does this work? It's like he's shaking hands, but with the tail.
He will squat down in front of you and look at you very, very intensely. Like he looks like he's angry.
Okay.
But that's his thinking face.
Sure. It's still intimidating, though.
And he's just gonna shove his face at you.
Are we talking like full-on headbutt nuzzles?
No, like a kiss, but it's very rough.
Okay, so headbutt nuzzles and kiss.
No, there's no nuzzling. It's just he's shoving his face at your face and hoping that he connects in a way to seal the promise with a kiss. But he can't say it because he doesn't talk that way.
Sure.
So he's just going to shove his face at you. There's probably a clattering of teeth, and it's not comfortable because he's got steel teeth. And then he's going to pull back. Promise.
She's like checking for blood. Promise.
Punch your face with his face. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Can we try that again, but with me doing the promise?
He will look at you equally as intense, but his pupils, they do the cat thing.
Oh no. That means death.
But he doesn't say yet. He just like that's like his and like the slightest of nods, but like you're like, oh no, am I in danger?
Jay's not entirely sure. But yeah, he will show him how to do that without clashing teeth.
Cool. Kiva, I'm gonna leave Johnny and Wiley. You're gonna be the closer, so sit tight. It's gonna be fun, I promise. Kiva, you return back to what was it? UCLA is where we said that the frat was at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're California frats. And you make your way to you have rope from Wiley's ranch. You have your followers with you who are ready to do this in the middle of the night where no one's going to see. What are you going to do to him?
It's simple enough, which is
Tar and feather.
well,
Simple enough.
it's simpler even. It involves for TOS and decency purposes, we'll let him have his underwear. Everything else is gone except for socks because that's just a bad look. And we're going to tie him by his ankles and hoist him up the flagpole. And he's going to hang there all night.
You're not going to take like lipstick and like draw anything on his chest?
Yeah,
Row,
you know
row,
what? Yeah,
row,
yeah, yeah.
row.
We'll no, god damn it. Yeah, we'll say it'll just literally be third labor and point down to his face.
Nice. There may have been maybe some social media made for people in the UCLA area to look up once the sun rises to see the smallest Roro that you'll ever see. Maybe. Perhaps. It definitely does, it does intensify the situation. Here's the thing, though. You know who his father is. When you guys return to London,
because I imagine that's where your flat is, where you kind of do your own thing. Unless you stay in Ireland and you have like a nice place in Ireland.
Yeah, I'd say that we can have our situation be in London until something else is decided.
Or do you like it's either at London your flat or at your middle of nowhere Russia.
I don't think we live there quite yet, but that's probably coming soon.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. Yeah, as we or rather we will move there when we start hardcore renovating.
Okay. Here is the thing. When you come home, there is a patterning on your patio window. Once you open it, there's a goose.
Run.
Like this.
Run. Fucking run.
Zeus, go home.
Run.
Run. It's
You
on-
grab the goose by the
It's
neck
here to
and
cause
throw
problems
it.
on purpose. You just crunch.
This was
Grab
never
the
an
goose.
option.
And
It's Khalees.
in its mouth is a letter.
Oh no. And a bell.
Oh,
in its
no.
bill.
In its
Is a
bill.
letter.
I'm just
In its
gonna-
bill is a bill.
Yeah, she will
Your internet is so high.
take it
It attacks you.
as tentatively as I said that.
Yes, like
Grab it by the neck, take it, and then throw the goose.
uh,
It's strategic.
it's a strategy. You will take it.
Oh, guys, this is my Smash invitation.
Da 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 da.
Now we have to make a Kiva for Smash.
Just add the me.
Yeah, the
character.
me, but it's Kiva shaped.
Me brawler.
When you open the
I
letter,
have Smash my Switch. I could do that now.
when you open the letter, it does have like this fancy letterhead, if you will, almost like business in nature. And you'll see it does have in beautiful scrawl and stuff like that on the letterhead, Olympus.
Great.
Now the Kingdom Hearts Olympus name is playing in my head.
And I'll summarize it, but it is a letter from Hera.
Ooh.
Okay, she might be cool with
A
this.
collab. She's gonna do.
Yeah, collab, yeah.
She requests your audience for the acts that you have done against family and kin, so that you can answer for your actions in a public, well, in a trial.
Oh no, because they're all about the
Democracy.
the Greek. No, they're all about the Greek pantheon first.
That motherfucker challenged me.
That's true.
Egoism versus kin. That is the virtues of your pantheon.
Yeah.
It appears that Hera would like to have a conversation with you. A trial?
In public.
In what does public mean? Like amongst your peers?
And a Zoom chat.
Or it's
We're socially distancing.
Well, knowing ancient Greek trials, no.
Yeah,
No
I've read the
peers.
fucking Oresteia. This isn't fun. Oh, God.
you can choose to ignore it.
Well, that's probably not a good idea, but I will probably be making a phone call.
You can,
Dad, come pick me up. I'm scared.
I don't want to talk to Auntie Hera.
choose to pick it up or not, but you have a place to go.
Fuck.
And we'll kind of cut fade to black on you as your friends look over your shoulder like, oh shit.
Sorry, hon.
Finally, Wiley, Johnny, you guys are hanging out at the ranch. Of course you are. You are successful as always. Two buddies, two pals.
Once again, capturing and killing animals.
Once again, capturing and killing an animal, a perfect trophy to put inside the Fourth Encounters gift shop, which you'll have to treat in a various way. and in various ways. Johnny, you do notice about the hair, though. Like, it was like there was a lot of stuff happening, but you notice the hair.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's riding behind him on the horse, then yeah, he notices the hair right away.
Two bros sitting in a hot tub. That's you guys.
Sitting on a hammock, 2 feet apart, because they're totally gay.
True. That is true.
Eventually, when they get to the,
like, you guys basically in the time it takes from you to get from the battlefield to the ranch, you're just faced with this whole haircut thing, and it's not a neat haircut. It's not like he went to the barber shop.
I felt like he had somebody to cut it because.
No, it's rough.
Looks funny.
It looks funny. It's uneven.
It's rough. Of course, it gets everywhere.
I hate sand.
You know, I hate sand.
Johnny's gonna like poke the back of their neck lightly.
So,
Hey, what's up with the hair?
no. It's getting too long. That's all. Jude tried to fix it, but I don't think it's quite salvageable.
It looks a little rough. Just as rough as last night. Are you okay? You kind of left very mad.
Lies! Did you ask Jude to clean up your fucking hatchet job?
Yeah.
Okay. He did not say why he cut his hair, but that's...
Inari's just irritating. Thought I'd liked him, but no. He's a prick. Hemlock kind of slowed down a little bit because of Wiley's attitude. Hemlock doesn't take attitude. So we're not galloping. We're a good little trot.
I think he was just trying to warn us.
Stirred the pot.
Yeah, that too.
What is he, trickster god? Something like that.
He's not. He's not a trickster god.
It's just 'cause he's a fox.
It's just because he's a fox.
It's just because he's a fox.
He's a fox. That is
He is a fox.
profiling.
They are a fox.
I'm just gonna show what he looks like again.
He's just. If you looked him in the eye earlier, he was probably just kind of distant. Why are you covered in stuff?
He rolls
Anyways.
around. Fuzzy boy.
He does. He's gripping the reins very tightly. And you get this sort of vibe that he's kind of antsy, a little bit jumpy.
Yeah, they said a lot of upsetting things. They're wrong. As long as we figure out how to do good for us, everything will be okay.
He'll be silent for a moment, then he'll just repeat. Good for us.
Yeah, like our personal goals or friend goals. Me taking care of all the children over there.
He'll kind of rub at his chin, not even really glancing back at you. Good for us, or good for the individual.
Well, it can be both. If, we all come together and talk about it. Nothing's really ever solved if no one's talking and trying to do better.
I mean, there's nothing to solve. The track's pretty clear.
I guess for me, it's just prolonging things. I mean, I tried prolonging telling you about it.
You still haven't told me about it.
What? That I had an awful nightmare after I was visited, telling me that, you know, I'll go crazy and either do something awful to cause at least Ragnarok. But
Uncle, stop.
But I mean,
'Cause
all
he's
my
old.
siblings are a part of that too, and I mean, Loki was supposed to do it, so
He did do it.
Things have clicked in Wiley's head
Has it?
a little bit.
Okay. What specifically has
has
clicked?
the hamster started running?
What specifically has clicked?
Bringing order to chaos.
Well,
Johnny's role in all of this. Why? Do you want Ragnarok to happen?
No, nobody does. I've always seen my goal is just to watch over the kids, and then I was visited and told that you should keep doing it. But now you have this awfulness at the back of your head,
And in the front of his head.
and
Beautiful man.
don't want
So-
to. Just, I don't know if it's gonna happen, if I want to or not.
Do you
So
want? Ow! Ow! Claws right in the meat of my thigh.
It's Indra.
Fucking
reminding you of your
shit.
task.
never
it was
forget.
actual. It was
And
actual.
Wow!
hey, wake up, motherfucker!
Wow.
Living is pain.
What do you think you're doing?
Stop eating everything, you little shit.
No, it's tasty.
Yum, masks. You breathe on this all day. It tastes like you.
One day I'll eat your face.
Get your ass.
Terror. Every time. He's just guilt gets more and more terrifying over.
Over the iterations.
Yeah.
It's an eldritch horror.
Answer me this.
Can you stop?
Riddle me this, Batman.
Pulls out a gun.
Taylor, you
Another
gotta
gun.
keep going. Come on, you gotta focus.
I'm sorry, Richard is making bad sounds. He's scratching the metal. Answer me this. Are you fighting fate or leaning into it? And his hand is moving slowly towards his hip. Can you stop?
Which is funny because Johnny's been holding on to by the hips.
Oh,
What the fuck is a horse?
I put my hands
Other than
on
a
your
lie.
head, and you dip, we dip.
I mean, when they come to a stop, they'll retract. Well, you did say that you have to do a little bad to do good. And Loki's telling me to break even.
his hand stops.
Not today.
Well, time to put you down.
What's good for you ain't always good for me. Or what's good for me ain't always good for the group.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Well, we did say we did talk about finding a better godparent for you, and
That's not an
I
option.
did. Yeah. I know. But think we can prevent at least some of what you've been told to do if we just all, talk.
The wheel of fate's already turned it, Johnny. Can't stop it now. And Hemlock will start walking again.
Oh, no. What about you? Are you blindly going to your fate, or are you gonna fight it? If you even have one. I don't know if your pantheon forces you to have one.
I ain't got no word or anything like that.
Then you're not fated to do it.
I may not have a fate, but I do have a destiny.
Isn't that the same thing?
Different connotation. You can work towards a destiny, but you can't fight a fate.
Well,
But
can't you just stop working? I don't want to be fighting against my friend. We've already done so much fun together.
Sometimes you have to do certain things. And what I want to do ain't always what I have to do.
Then want is different than have. Just stop.
I can't. I don't want to. And he will turn around and look you fully in the eyes.
When you look at Johnny, when you look at Wiley, and you look him straight in the eyes, you'll see well, more like you hear. Maybe it's chaos, maybe it's entropy that's responding right now to you as you start hearing the sounds of trains. And you see Wiley's face again, but the sky and the trees are going by super fast on either side of you, and you're on the edge and he is above you, and you can hear it again, the train just going just constantly. In your brain you wonder, what's he gonna do to me?
Well, he'll wince away to like stop the weird vision he's having. If you're not gonna stop it, then I'll have to stop you. I guess. I don't want to, but if you need some sense knocked into you, I'll do it if you can't do it yourself.
Fucking punch you, bro, because I love you.
Fucking punch you, bro. Knock you out. Knock you off your fucking ass, bro. You don't have to answer, by the way. In fact, I think this would be a nice way to play to end it.
Wiley will be quiet.
Maybe everybody has to ruminate for a little bit longer. Regardless, congratulations on solving the Hercules problem, y'all.
Kinda, but we created another one.
Well, that's just the consequences of the actions,
True.
you know. That's just a new story plot to worry about later.
Consequences.
Fuck does Hera get off?
She has no right, considering what her life's work.
You don't know. It could be you could have been invited to the Avengers of fuck Hercules.
True.
But what I want to say is, we finished another story arc, and we're kind of on the precipice of another. When we see each other again, we will be on trains. We'll be playing train games. Train Simulator, which is a very expensive game on Steam if you want to get all the DLC. Look into it. It's very interesting how much DLC there is in that Train Simulator game.
Oh, hello, darkness, my old friend.
we will be seeing some interesting guests. We'll have some interesting guests. We'll have some interesting folks come by, show up, join us on this little train adventure cross country from one side of the country to the next.
In 5 hours.
Not in 5 hours. It's gonna be in 4 sessions.
80 days.
Maybe. We'll see. I think if I have to look up how fast a high speed train, the ones that we want to kind of put into the United States.
One that goes burr.
It will literally probably take 12 hours.
I think it's gonna take 12 hours.
Yeah.
12 hours on a train and protect it from attacks, or is the train going to attack us? That's right, we're in our final story arc for Legend 2, y'all.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, this is the final story arc for Legend 2, which means that once we're done with this story arc, we will be Legend 3 characters. We have to worry about what Inari said. Making choices and taking on certain mantles is going to result in certain consequences, and people are going to notice. Kiva didn't get that story, but she did get noticed. Similarly, all these characters are going to be experiencing significant changes once we reach the end of this adventure and reach Legend 3. We will not be playing next week because people got shit to do, but that's fine. It's okay. We will return again, and we will get this shit done. I know we went over a little bit longer, but that's fine too. We're going to go ahead and give ourselves a closeout here. And we'll say who we are, who we played, what our favorite part. And I know there was a lot of battle and it dragged on. I got to find out ways to how to make it nice and tight, but we'll get there. We'll figure it out. So
We just have to learn how the fights
just got to
go.
learn and figure it out. And I think we'll get it eventually. There's a lot of numbers. It's so crunchy. It's crunchy. I gotta try and get it less crunchy. Let's start over with Var.
Hi, I'm Var. I played Johnny in this session, who wrangled a bull, and it's now having a very awkward rest of the ride back.
Yeah,
It's like when one of you almost dies at like when you're on your night out and you all just have to you're just sitting quietly in the corner.
How do you feel? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Are you worried?
I'm worried.
You're worried?
I'm worried because the next few sessions is just Johnny gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna sleep with one eye open.
Jay, I
To
think I
sleep
know
with
what
the
you-
I think
only eye I have
everybody
left
is
open.
except Kiva. Kiva's just like, hey, Wiley. And Wiley's like, hey.
Yeah, because we haven't had that conversation yet.
I know. Meanwhile, Johnny and Jay are like, stay back.
Well,
Jesus.
Johnny fucking knows that eventually that it's gonna happen.
There's so much stuff that I want to tell you guys that I have just ruminating in the back of my head, but I can't.
I have things ruminating, and I'm going to talk to you after this.
That's fine. You can. You totally can.
It's okay. Johnny can just sleep with Jay, and Lee Bao will guard the door.
You're right. You're right.
Leave
And
out.
dogs hate cats or something like that. And vice
I
versa.
think tigers eat coyotes.
Did you already say what your favorite part was?
Yes.
Okay. The concern is also like not. I don't associate having concern being a favorite part.
That was a good.
Like,
I like that part.
but yeah, I'm looking forward to Johnny finding out if he can, if he, along with the others, can bring Wiley back. He's gone kind of far. He's
haven't even done anything yet.
he hasn't done anything. He's just been pussyfooting
It's
around.
been kind of creepy. That's about it.
Look, we're trying to host an intervention right now, so that way we don't have to worry about him falling off the wagon.
I'll just throw Hokulani at him then.
She's very stern.
She's very
Just smother him.
tiger mom.
Be the mother he never had.
Let's go over to Michael.
Oh, my name is Michael. I played Kiva. It was cool. I think my favorite part was figuring out how combat works a little bit more in depth.
Yeah.
It is a weird system for combat, but it makes sense. You just got to remember a lot of shit.
Yeah, and I think like that happens a lot in any new system and stuff like
Mhm.
that, like in general. So we just have to do it enough times. I just don't like fighting.
Yeah, words are our weapon.
Yes.
But yeah, no, it was cool. I'm glad that I'm glad that Hercules is quote unquote dealt with, but now there's a whole bunch of other fucking bullshit I gotta handle.
Well,
I gotta meet his damn dad.
I left it open for the reasons that we talked about earlier. So
yeah,
it's not necessarily something that's going to be played.
Gotcha.
It's going to be something that's going to happen in the background.
All right.
So, but I'm glad that you think that's interesting.
More stuff to be fucking anxious about, to figure out how it's gonna go.
Yeah, we can sort it out later. But that's
Absolutely.
that one's for you.
Lovely. Thank you for this gift.
You're welcome. I'm happy for you. I'm so happy. Taylor.
Hey, I'm Taylor. I had a really good time. Inaugural. This is the first time we've played on my birthday, I think, since I've been playing with you guys. But inaugural birthday game.
Oh, really bringing up this birthday a lot, huh?
This is your birthday song.
I didn't ask for it. I didn't ask for it. Anyways, my favorite part is being cryptic as shit. And I'm just so antsy to do something. Like, I could have done something, but I didn't want to ruin everything.
I keep wondering if you are. I'm like prepared for it.
It'll be fine. Just,
like
you know.
I'm legitimately constantly prepared for
you
when
are?
Wiley is going to snap.
Is this Wiley's D-Day?
Well, I just didn't.
I said I'll travel back up with Jaeger. It's fine.
I am always ready.
Okay, but see, I didn't this episode because I didn't discuss it with VAR.
That's true. That's fair.
And I didn't want to cross a line.
Thank you for being conscious.
We can plan Johnny's death date later.
Oh, I've still got to talk to Jesse about stuff. And then it would be brought to you. But favorite part, no, I love being cryptic as shit and making you guys feel slightly like, what the fuck is happening? I love that. I love being chaotic. No, it felt really good to finally be able to use my actual tracking knacks. So that felt great.
Yeah.
Also, I'm gonna get a sweet pair of chaps out of this. Make my ass, or they don't have an ass.
They're assless.
They're assless.
But yeah, no, I'm very excited for Train Arc. Coincidentally, the Demon Train Arc for
the movie came
Demon
out.
Slayer. The movie just
came out. I gotta watch
Coincidentally,
it. I gotta watch it
in preparation.
I gotta watch it. There's a lot of train inspired stuff that I'm going to look up in because I want to, even though it is mainly Wiley's thing, I do want to make it fun for everybody.
Let's just have an Infinity Train arc. Let's just.
I have been thinking about Infinity Train.
I am excited. I hope you look forward to it, and it's gonna be a crossroads for Wiley for sure. All things considered, there's a lot of things that I'm anticipating right now that I'm planning for. I just gotta wait for you to make the choice. Let's go over to, I know that's ominous. Let's go over to Julian.
Hi, I'm Julian, and I have played Jay, who's existed in another world for the past couple episodes. I look forward to connecting back up with everybody. I enjoy the crypticness of Wiley, and I'm intrigued that the sniper scope has shifted from Jay to Johnny. So I'm curious to see how that plays out in our train arc.
I mean, we do know that Jay is capable of chaos. It's just subtle. It's ripples in water.
He's not a very chaotic person. It's just things that he does, do things. I also hope other people can make Sousa, because I think Sousa is a fun character.
Yeah, nothing bad's gonna happen.
No, nothing. Not with the relic that I built.
Nope.
Nothing's bad.
Don't look at it, guys. Don't look at it. You will not. You will be like, oh, come on. Now we're fucked. And I am I'm Julian.
We are one brain cell.
I am Jesse. I was your storyteller for today. Second edition Scion game, the Immortal Odyssey. That's what this is. We play every Friday. Look forward to our getting a +1 in our game as we bring Leaf back, who was somebody who was at the beginning of this season, beginning of this legend, who's going to come back and said, so I heard you can make people cry.
Apparently she already texted Jay.
How does she have your number?
I think they exchanged numbers when he figured out a place for her to live or something like that.
Awesome. That's nice of you.
How did she write it down and hold the book at the same time?
Use it to get table,
You can
the
text with one
ground.
hand.
She has a ghost hand, guys.
She does have a ghost hand relic now,
But
so
can the ghost hand use a smart device?
no, it cannot because it's incorporeal.
Incorporeal?
Incorporeal. Incorporate. Incontinent.
Yeah.
A hand
Uh-huh.
incontinence.
That's the curse.
Incomplete.
It's just dripping all the time.
Shush,
But we have to look forward to that as we bring Andromeda. Andromeda just brings a whole level of fucking nutso, wacko, Yakko and Dot kind of situation into our game.
They're Animaniacs.
So we're all looking forward to that. I'm sure it doesn't have thumb recognition. Leaf would have like an old fucking Nokia too.
Wiley and her buddies.
Y'all would have that pay by minute, pay by card kind of phone. But I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody go. Please give us a follow, please give us a sub, and we will see you guys next time.